Live on a Thursday night, it's Utah Grizzlies hockey, as it's the first of a three-game series between the Grizzlies and the Allen Americans. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. It's the first of a three-game road trip for the Grizz. Utah's been pretty good on the road as of late, as they've got a standing point in 7 straight road games. They're taking on the Allen Americans for the 10th time this season. The Grizzlies are 3-6 against Allen this year. Utah lost 5 out of 6 games at Maverick Center to the Allen Americans. Utah is looking for a little bit of revenge here tonight. The only game in the ECHL this evening. And it's a big game in the standings. After all, the winner, if it's Utah, if the Grizzlies get a victory, they pass Kansas City and Wichita, and they would become second place in the Mountain Division by themselves. For Allen, it's a huge game, as right now the Americans are in 5th place in the Mountain Division with 57 standings points. They are 2 behind Utah. The Grizzlies are tied for 3rd with Wichita. Both teams have 59 standings points. Kansas City's in 2nd place with 60 points. And Idaho obviously has the lead with 95 standings points this season. They've already clinched a playoff spot and already clinched the top spot in the Mountain Division. Well, some roster moves were made earlier this week, including a transaction today, as today is the ECHL trade deadline. We'll talk about that in the next segment. But it's a big game for the Grizzlies. They begin a road trip. They begin a 3-game set against the Allen Americans. Utah has won 5 in a row. They swept Wichita in a 2-game series on March 3rd and 5th. And then last week at Maverick Center, it was 3 one-goal contests, and all 3 of them were won by the Grizzlies. Last Friday, the Grizzlies won 2-1 as Cameron Wright scored the game winner 14-24 into the 3rd period. Last Saturday night, the Grizzlies got a 5-4 victory in the 8th round of a shootout as Dakota Raby got the game winner and Utah overcame a 4-2 deficit. This past Sunday, the Grizzlies completed the sweep as Taryn Pfizer scored the game-winning goal 4:32 into the 3rd period. Lucas Preek was outstanding in net, stopping 27 of 29 this past Sunday, and Lucas will get the start for the Grizzlies this evening. He's got a record of 10-10 with 1 shutout, a 3.44 goals against average, and 901 save percentage. He'll be going up against Chase Perry. Perry is 6'3" and 190 pounds. He's got a record of 9-4-1. Remember, at the end of the February 4th game when Allen defeated Utah 8-1, the Grizzlies and Allen Americans combined for a ton of penalty minutes. And at the end of regulation, Lucas Preek got in a fight with Chase Perry. So those two will be in net this evening. And for the Grizzlies, they look to extend their winning streak to 6 games. It should be a lot of fun. I'm hanging out in the lobby at Maverick Center, and hopefully it'll be a good night for hockey. The Grizzlies and the Americans. Utah won 2 out of 3 games in Allen in early November, but the Americans will admit that they're a different club, and the Grizzlies are a little bit different since they met this past November. And obviously for the Grizzlies, they like for things to be a little bit different than they were in February when Allen won 5 out of 6 over at Maverick Center. When we come back, we'll give you the lineups for both teams. We'll also talk about some of the transactions that have happened since the Grizzlies last played this past Sunday against Kansas City. We're in business on a Thursday evening, and you're listening to the Grizzlies pregame report presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
Welcome back to the Grizzlies Hockey Network. I'm Tyson Whiting. Face off in about 10 minutes from now over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center over in Allen, Texas. I'm Tyson Whiting, hanging out in the lobby at Maverick Center. And it should be a fun one as the Grizzlies take on the Americans for the 10th of 12 meetings this season. Defenseman Jacob Semick is going to make his professional debut as the Grizzlies signed him a couple days ago. He is familiar with Johnny Walker as they were teammates at Arizona State. Semick played at ASU over the last 4 years. He had 3 goals and 27 assists in a Sun Devils uniform. This season, he had 9 assists in 39 games and a +6 rating. Although I've learned that you really can't tell what a pro career is going to look like based on college stats. Semick's got pretty decent size. I walked past him in the hall at Maverick Center yesterday, and he's a pretty good size at 6'1" and 188 pounds. He's 23 years old. In fact, he just turned 23 on March 10th. He was born in Canton, Michigan, and he played with the Dubuque Fighting Saints of the USHL back from 2017 through 2019. In the last 4 years, he's been in college at Arizona State. He'll be wearing number 40 for the Grizzlies, making his professional debut. In a separate transaction, Joey Kulatarsi was released. So Kulatarsi, who played in 55 games last year and had 2 goals and 7 assists in this season, appeared in 30 games for the Grizzlies and had 16 shots on goal and 17 penalty minutes. Kulatarsi played a little bit of forward and defense for the Grizzlies. In fact, he probably played more minutes as a defenseman than he did as a forward. And Kulatarsi, he played probably more minutes as a forward than he did as a defenseman, but Kulatarsi was released by the club. And earlier today, the Grizzlies made a trade, as it was the ECHL trade deadline. The rights to defenseman Andrew Nilsson, who's currently in the AHL with the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. He was loaned to Wilkes-Barre. He's played in 1 game with them earlier, with them over the last week or so. He was traded from Utah to Cincinnati. And so if Nilsson plays in the ECHL, he'll be under the rights of the Cincinnati Cyclones. And in return, the Grizzlies get future considerations, and they also get the ECHL rights of Mason Manick, the Harriman, Utah native, who last season had 23 goals and 26 assists for the Grizzlies. Manick has not played hockey this season. He has been a college student from what we gather. Whether he's going to actually appear in any game for the Grizzlies really is up for debate. Who really knows that Mason Manick's actually going to play for the Grizzlies, as after all, he went to be a student from what I gather, and I saw that he was actually going to have some hockey clinics that he was going to run. And so whether Mason Manick actually appears in a Grizzlies uniform, remains to be seen. The one thing is, though, is the Grizzlies do have his ECHL rights, and if I remember right, and I really don't know where Manick is going to school, but if he's going to school locally, maybe it's possible that if he gets the itch to play hockey, he'll just play here with the Utah Grizzlies. I remember last offseason, his rights were traded from Utah to Cincinnati, but Manick by that point had already decided to go back to school. So the Grizzlies get Mason Manick's ECHL rights, and they also get future considerations from the Cincinnati Cyclones. Now think about over the next week, though. Who are the Grizzlies' opponent at Maverick Center? It's the Cincinnati Cyclones. If Andrew Nilsson gets released from his loan, he'll be playing against the Grizzlies next week in a big 3-game series. Don't forget that Friday, March 24th, which is the second of a 3-game set between the Grizzlies and Cincinnati Cyclones. That will be military night presented by Mountain Land Supply Company, so keep an eye out for that. And keep an eye out just to see if Andrew Nilsson returns to the ECHL, and if he does, he'll be in a Cincinnati Cyclones uniform. One other former Grizzly that's a member of Cincinnati is forward Matt Berry, who last season was in the Toledo Walleye uniform and played against the Grizzlies in the Western Conference Finals. We'll get to the lineups of both teams when we come back in 30 seconds. Once again, Utah and Allen will meet over at Credit Union of Allen Event Center, and you're listening to the Grizzlies pregame report presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, Tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
Let's get to the starting lineups for both teams. First for the visiting Utah Grizzlies, led by second-year head coach Ryan Kanaswich. His assistant is Jared Pike, the Sandy, Utah native. The Grizzlies have a record of 28, 26, and 3 with 59 standings points. They're 15, 13, and 3 on the road. They have a standing point in 7 straight road games. Starting in net, he celebrated his 22nd birthday yesterday. Lucas Parikh, who's 6'4", 195 pounds. He's now 22 years old. Former third-round pick back in 2019 with the LA Kings. He's got a record of 10-10 with 1 shutout, a .901 save percentage, and 3.44 goals against average. Starting defensive pairing, Bryson Martin, who's played in 44 games this year and has 2 goals and 8 assists. Martin is 6'2", 195 pounds. He'll be lined up next to Kyle Pouncey, who scored a goal last Sunday from the right point in the second period. Pouncey has 3 goals and 6 assists in 52 games. Starting forwards, Cameron Wright, who's tied with Taryn Pfizer for the club lead with 20 goals. Wright's been outstanding over the last month. He leads the league with 8 game-winning goals, so he's been a clutch performer. He leads the Grizzlies with 45 points this season. He'll be paired up next to Zach Sekos, who's got 10 goals and 10 assists in 24 games, and Dakota Raby, who's got 11 goals and 22 assists in 52 games. Raby had 1 goal and 1 assist this past Sunday in a 3-2 win over Kansas City. Everybody make your Optum pick for the Optum first goal of the game. With Optum, they are creating a healthier world, one insight, one connection, one person at a time. So go to the Optum link on the Grizzlies social media channels and make your pick for the Grizzlies first goal of the game. I'm going to go with Cameron Wright. I'm not going to mess around. Wright's been an outstanding performer for the Grizzlies. I could see him getting a goal against Allen. Allen wants to play right physical, and I think he's going to score in the first period. So Cameron Wright is my pick for the Optum first goal of the game. We mentioned the starters, Wright, Sekos, and Raby. The other forwards are expected to see tonight include Dylan Fitz, who's third on the club with 15 goals. Tyler Penner, the Grizzlies Iron Man, has appeared in every game for Utah since the start of the 2021-22 season. Pfizer is tied with Wright with the club lead with 20 goals. Taryn Pfizer has 38 points in 47 games. He'll be in there for the Grizzlies. Cam Strong has 10 goals and 10 assists this year. Keaton Jamison has 11 goals and 14 assists in 52 games. He'll be in there for the Grizzlies. Vladislav Mikhalchuk wearing number 25. He's got 5 goals and 5 assists in 36 games. We'll also see Christian Simeone, the second-year pro out of Merrimack, and Jared Power making his 5th professional appearance. He's got 1 assist this season. Scratches for the Grizzlies tonight, forwards Johnny Walker and Jordan Martell, and defenseman Corey Thomas and Victor Bartley. Grizzlies going with 6 defensemen tonight. Martin and Pouncey are the starting pairing. We'll also see James Shearer's got an A on his sweater. He's got 4 goals and 15 assists in 39 games. He'll be paired up with the Grizzlies captain, Connor McDonald, who's got 3 goals and 11 assists in 51 games. We'll also see Aaron Tho wearing number 28. Tho's got 4 goals and 10 assists in 52 games. And making his professional debut, Jacob Semick, who played at Arizona State over the last 4 seasons. He had 9 assists in 39 games with ASU. He'll be wearing number 40. Listed at 6 feet and 188 pounds, but he looked like he was a little bit taller than that and may have grown over the last couple of years since he was last listed with his height and weight. So should be an interesting night of hockey. The Allen Americans will start Chase Perry in net. He's 6'3" and 190 pounds. He's got a record of 9-4-1 with 1 shutout, a 3.15 goals against average, and 912 save percentage. Starting defensive pairing, Chris Mallory, the former Grizzly, is 6'2", 200 pounds. He's got 4 goals and 14 assists in 56 games. He'll be paired up with Colton Sosserman, the Beard, who's got 4 goals and 25 assists in 49 games. Making his Allen Americans debut is number 20, Eric Williams. And if that name sounds familiar, Williams was a member of the Grizzlies back in the 2019-2020 season. Williams, in 45 games at Norfolk this year, had 3 goals and 21 assists. He was the Norfolk captain, and never mind the minus 29 for Norfolk. They have the worst record in the league. So Eric Williams, the 4th-year pro out of Northeastern, he's now a member of the Allen Americans. He was one of Utah's best defensemen back before the pandemic in the 2019-2020 season. Starting forwards for the Americans, Colton Hargrove, who's been unbelievable for the Americans. They've got 4 forwards who have been utterly outstanding. Hargrove is 6'2", 205 pounds. In 50 games, he's got 33 goals and 33 assists for 66 points. He'll be in the starting lineup with Justin Young, wearing number 28. Young's got 4 assists in 35 games. And Hank Crone, who's been amazing for the Americans this year. Crone leads the league with 36 goals, and he also leads the league with 80 points this season, that coming in just 53 games. The Americans are led by first-year head coach, the future ECHL Hall of Famer Chad Costello. His assistant is Aaron Gens. The Americans have a record of 28, 27, and 1. With 57 standings points, the Americans are currently in 5th place in the Mountain Division. I'll have face-off here shortly, as it looked like my screen froze, unfortunately, and it looks like my screen's having a tough time unfreezing here on a Thursday night. So hopefully that will clear up, and we'll be able to have some hockey here this evening as the Grizzlies take on the Americans. When we come back, hopefully we'll be able to describe some hockey over at Allen Event Center as the Grizzlies take on the Americans for the 10th time this season and 4th time over at Allen Event Center. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. It looks like we're having some technical difficulties over in Allen, Texas. Unfortunately, we don't have a video to describe as of yet as Grizzlies take on the Americans for the 10th time this season. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it's the first of a 3-game set, as we mentioned. And for the Grizzlies, certainly it's a big weekend, but it's also a big weekend for the Allen Americans, as Allen got swept in a 2-game series over the Idaho Steelheads, as Allen lost 6-4 this past Friday. And last Saturday, for the first time this season, the Americans were shut out in a contest they lost 5-0. So for Allen, they're looking to bounce back this evening, and hopefully we'll be able to have a picture to describe the game. Unfortunately, it just doesn't look like it's working right now. So hopefully we'll have something here shortly to be able to describe the game as Grizzlies take on the Americans. And really, if you're thinking about, the Grizzlies and all the close victories, I mean, close games seem to go the great way of the Grizzlies, and those are the type of games you're going to have to win come playoff time. The Grizzlies in 1-goal games this season are 12-3-3. In games decided by 1 or 2 goals, the Grizzlies have a record of 19-6-3. We would go over some other scores from around the league, but this is the only game in the league going on tonight. Grizzlies and the Americans, as unfortunately we're having some technical difficulties right now and are unable to get a picture of the game to be able to describe to the viewing audience. So when we get that, we'll be able to describe it. Until then, we'll see if we can work on it. We'll be back in 2 minutes, and hopefully we'll be able to describe some hockey as the Grizzlies take on the Americans on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
Well, it's a pretty helpless feeling. We're a minute into the game. And unfortunately, I haven't seen any video from over in Allen, Texas. We're a minute and a half into the contest. Grizzlies and the Americans meeting for the 10th time this season. The Grizzlies time for third place in the Mountain Division with 59 standings points. And looks like action continues over there. Unfortunately, we don't have a picture to describe anything. Grizzlies started out with forwards Cameron Wright, Zach Sekos, and Dakota Raby, with the defensive pairing of Kyle Pouncey and Bryson Martin. I imagine was an outstanding first shift for all five of those guys as we remain scoreless 2 minutes into the game. As now action near neutral ice. Grizzlies in the white jerseys with black numbers and professional green trim. Allen in a red jersey with white numbers. As Grizzlies skating from left to right, dump it in. 2 minutes into the contest, still no score. As it goes out to the near side, Allen will chip it out to center ice. The Americans skate towards the right wing. Lefty shot saved by Parikh. As puck goes over to the near side. And now Utah gets it. Grizzlies skate 3-on-2. As Cam Strong skates towards the left circle. Looks to center it to Semick. And it gets cut off by the goaltender Perry as the Americans defensively will gather it. And they'll skate out to neutral ice. As Grant Hebert dumps it in, Mikhail Robidoux, the team leader in penalty minutes, will skate towards the near side. Puck goes to the left circle. Hebert with a shot. And that one goes wide and deflects off the protective netting as we get a whistle. 17-11 left in the first period. No score. And we're underway here. And hopefully, knock on wood, we'll be able to see a little bit of this game. As the draw is going to be over in the left circle. Colton Hargrove out on the ice. And you talk about the four-man unit for Allen that's been unbelievable. Hargrove, Liam Finley, along with Hank Crone and Jack Combs. Combs had a 20-game point-scoring streak end last Saturday when Allen got shut out 5-0. Grizzlies win the draw as Bryson Martin will move it ahead to Cam Wright. Right wing, crosses center ice and dumps it towards the near circle. Allen clears it back to center. And Martin gets it back in, left circle. He'll take a shot, save, rebound, shot, saved by Perry. And he holds on as Martin bounced off the boards and went towards Cameron Wright, right out in front of the net to the right side, took a shot, and Perry made the save and didn't allow any rebound. 16:53 left in the first. Everybody can make your pick for the opt-in first goal of the game. Is who's going to get the first goal for Utah tonight? I am going with Cameron Wright, who leads the Grizzlies with 45 points this season. As the draw is going to be at neutral ice. Sekos will take it. He wins it. Kyle Pouncey skates towards the right side, stops at the point after gaining the blue line, and dumps it towards the right corner. Sekos skates over there. So does Cameron Wright and Dakota Raby. Chris Mallory in the area. As Wright will spin it from one corner to the other. It goes to the far side. Allen moves it ahead. Goes back to Cameron Wright. He skates into the left side. Gets around a check. It looks like everybody stopped skating as the Grizzlies get called for offside with 16:34 left in the first. We're just underway, so get some chips and dip and a beverage of your choice and enjoy a little bit of Thursday with us. Forget about what your bracket looks like right now, where you had Arizona place. They maybe actually picked Princeton, the 15 seed that beat Arizona earlier today. Taryn Pfizer will take the draw. He's out there along with Jared Power and Vladislav Mikalchuk. Pfizer wins the draw as the Grizzlies cross center ice. Bryson Martin will dump it in as it rolls. Chase Perry stays in net. It goes to the left corner. Bryson Martin over in the area. He gets pushed by Eric Williams in his Allen Americans debut. Williams, the former Grizzly, he gets the puck. He was acquired in trade with Norfolk. Today was the ECHL trade deadline. He'll throw it to the far side. Allen skates from right to left. Liam Finley, who's about as fast as anybody in the league, will throw it back to Williams in the far corner. Williams will skate north-south. They'll get it out to center ice. Puck bounced off the stick of Pfizer. Rolls back to Allen. Zachary Massicott will throw it to center ice. The Americans will skate towards the right wing. Now they enter the zone. Skates towards the right circle. Take a righty shot, and they score. And the Americans get on the board, and that's Eric Williams getting some revenge on his former team. Looks like Williams gets his 4th of the year. He scored 3 goals earlier this year with the Norfolk Admirals. So the lights are turned out off on in Allen. They try to show a replay, and it doesn't look like a replay is being shown. But Eric Williams skated towards the right circle and fired a blast past Lucas Perique. 15:58 left in the first, and the Americans have drawn first blood. Looks like a partial sellout over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. As Eric Williams, they try to show a replay and failed to do so. Williams now sitting on the bench as he makes a strong first impression with the Allen crowd. Draw is going to be at center ice, and it's won by the Grizzlies as Keaton Jamison skates down the middle, gains the line, high slot, righty shot goes wide as screen's kind of glitching here and there. Allen to the right wing will skate towards the right circle, 2-on-1. Allen will take a shot, saved by Perique. Rebound goes out to the near side as goes back to the left point. Keeping it in is number 22, Dalton Galley. And now Allen looks to center it from behind the net. Simeone picks it off. Simeone back towards the near corner, stops as they'll throw it across. Grizzlies still in their own zone, skating from left to right. Up ahead, bounced off a Jamison skate, rolls towards Mikulchuk. He tries to gain the line and does so offside. 15:14 left in the first. Allen draws first blood. We believe it's Eric Williams getting his 4th of the year. As we're about 5 minutes in, I think we saw one shift of Jacob Semick in his pro debut. As the draw is going to be neutralized after the offside. So we're still early on. It's the only ECHL game being played this evening. Big schedule of games on Friday night, including the middle game of this series. Williams got the goal with Finley and Massicott getting the assist. Time of Allen's first goal, 4:02, and both teams have already taken 6 shots. Draws it neutralized, taken by Tyler Penner, but this time it's won by the Americans. Allen in 5th place in the Mountain Division with 57 standings points. They'll move it ahead. Skates down the middle. Hank Crone, backhand shot. Saved by Perique. And Lucas holds on as we get a whistle 5 minutes in. It's the Americans 1 and the Grizzlies nothing here in the series opener. Utah's won 7 straight, or they've won 5 straight games, and they've got a standing point in 7 straight road games. Dylan Fitz out on the ice. Tyler Penner will take the face-off. Taron Pfizer over there as well. Grizzlies going with 11 forwards and 6 defensemen. Utah wins the face-off. Penner crosses center ice and gains the blue line right wing and drives it around the boards. Now Allen gets it. The Americans cross center ice. Hank Crone skates towards the left circle. Crone with a lefty shot and it goes wide as he tried to go glove side on Perique. As puck towards the behind the net. Grizzlies feed it out to Pfizer. He'll get it to the left side, delayed offside. Colton Sossamer will take it for the Americans. He'll glide it across to Malari, who chips it ahead to neutral ice. It's taken by Colton Hargrove, who gains the line, skates towards the right circle. Gets around Sure. I tried to chip it out in front. Nobody was home for the Americans. Puck goes back to the Grizzlies. Connor McDonald deep in his own zone, the Grizzlies captain. Now he starts skating down the middle with speed. McDonald gains center ice, feeds it to his right for Raby. Raby tosses it off the end boards and chases after it. He overskates it. Puck goes towards the near side. Allen will bounce it off a American stick. As the Americans throw it to the left side, Utah picks it off. Sure in the right wing, crosses center ice, gets over to right. He feeds it across to Raby. Fake to pass to Sekos. Raby behind the net, drops it off for Wright in the left corner. Wright will skate towards his right. He'll take a righty shot. Glove saved by Perry. He holds on. 13:47 left in the first. Timeout on the ice will take one as well. Former Grizzly Eric Williams scores in his Americans debut, 4:02 in. Allen leads 1-0 on the Grizzlies. Hockey Now.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
The Americans won, Grizzlies nothing. Former Grizzly Eric Williams gets his fourth of the year, 402, and Liam Finley and Zachary Massicott with the assists. Allen has outshot Utah 8-7. Cameron Wright already has 3 shots. It's not surprising considering he leads all league rookies in shots. James Shearer, Bryson Martin, Tyler Penner each have 1 shot. And so does Connor McDonald, the Grizzlies captain. Looks like the fans having a good time over in Allen. Don't forget, it's the same 2 teams Friday night. Coverage begins at 5:50, face-off about 6:05, and then both teams will be off on Saturday as there's indoor soccer over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock in the Mountain Time Zone. Coverage will begin at 12:50. Draws in the Allen zone, and it's won by the Americans. Allen skates from right to left as we see it in the first period as Jack Combs got a point in 20 of his last 21 games. Will chip it ahead. Allen feeds a left wing pass out to Finley. He gains the line. Finley skates towards a circle, stops, drops it off for the high slot for Jack Combs. He'll take a lefty shot, saved by Preek. And Lucas holds on. Preek celebrated his 22nd birthday yesterday. He's a former third-round pick of the LA Kings back in 2019. Draw's going to stay in the Grizzly zone. Zachary Massicott, the big defenseman, will skate off the ice. Massicott is 6'4" and 220 pounds. He played in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League last year. Draw's going to be in the far circle. 13:33 left in the first. Allen leads 1-0. As a draw won by the Americans. Robidoux will feed it to the high slot. Righty shot is blocked. Grizzlies move it ahead. Utah crosses center. They chip it over to the right side for Jamison. He'll skate in. He'll take a shot. And it looks like we get a penalty as my screen unfortunately glitched a little bit. As Americans skating over. Grizzlies might have been called for offside. Unfortunately, we don't get to hear the whistles over in Allen. So it looks like offside is called on the Americans or on the Grizzlies. Utah wins the draw. Though feeds it across the left side. Goes back towards the far corner. Allen gets it. They'll clear, get out to center ice. Allen enters the offensive zone. They'll feed it to the left circle. Lefty shot. Saved by Preek. Rebound goes out to the left side as the Americans will throw it up. Now whistle blows. As looks like we might have a hand pass called by the Americans. Draw might come out to neutral ice. Or maybe the hand pass is on the Grizzly. The net got dislodged. That's what happened. So they put the net back in place. 13:03 left in the first. Both teams look like they'll make a line change. Hank Crone will be on the ice. When we talk about the Allen foursome, Hank Crone is certainly a big piece of it. He leads the league with 80 points this season. He also leads the league with 36 goals. Colton Hargrove will take the draw against Tyler Penner, the Colgate product. He might have had Colgate winning a game or two in the NCAA tournament. Colgate's playing right now against Texas. Draw won by the Grizzlies. Kyle Pouncey moves it to Pfizer. Skates along the near side. He crosses center ice. Pfizer dumps it in. He'll get around in American, but Allen will throw it back to the far side as Bryce Martin gets it center ice, and he'll chip it back in. As Chase Perry trying to cut it off behind his net. Colton Sossaman wings it out to the near side. As right point, Grizzlies lose it. Kyle Pouncey was in the area. Chris Mallory will throw it back deeper in the American zone for Colton Hargrove. 12 minutes, 30 seconds and counting left in the first. Allen leads 1-0 on Eric Williams' fourth of the year and first in an Allen uniform. Colton Hargrove drops it off to Crone at neutral ice. He battles along the near side with Penner. He'll move it ahead to Hargrove, who dumps it in. As Preek stays in net. Allen looking for a centering feed out in front, back in, shot, and they score. That's Hank Crone getting his league leading 37th of the year, I believe, and Allen has taken a 2-0 lead. As the Americans were able to get a centering pass through, and they made a nice move on Lucas. The lights go out after Allen scores as the Americans skate towards the bench. High five everybody over there. Crone was at neutral ice, cut towards the net, got a pass, made a nice move on Lucas Preek. 12:15 left in the first. Allen leads 2-0. The Americans have scored a ton of goals against the Grizzlies this season. For Hank Crone, that's his 9th goal against Utah this year. The Americans 2, Grizzlies nothing. 12:15 left in the first. Utah wins the faceoff. Connor McDonald out to neutralize with cross center. He'll dump it into the left corner. Perry cuts it out behind his net. Raby in the area. Raby took it away. Now Allen takes it away. The pass to Cameron Wright went wide. Now the Americans will attack, skating from right to left. They drop it out for Jack Combs, but it goes behind him. Massacott in the area. Dakota Raby will move it out to center ice. Cameron Wright will feed it across as Eric Williams will gather it. Williams, a fourth-year pro out of Northeastern. He'll glide it towards the near side for Massacott. Back to Williams. He's a good skater, has good size as well. Left wing pass to center ice. Now goes back to Massacott, who feeds it across for Williams. He'll lift it out deep in the Grizzly zone from center ice. Chasing after it is number 29, Colby McCauley's out there with the Grizzly. Puck goes towards the near side. Raby tries to move it out of his zone. He'll drop it off for Sekos. He'll feed it across. Wright chases after it. No icing on the plays. Wright gets it to the right side. Chips out in front for Sekos to take a shot, and he scores. Zach Sekos gets his 11th of the year, and the Grizzlies have cut into the lead. And Zach Sekos is the Optim first goal of the game score. Optim is putting you at the center of everything we do. Optim is committed to making healthcare work better, leading the way to better experiences, better health, and lower costs for you. Cameron Wright's going to get an assist. It'll be his 26th of the season as he was to the right side, chipped it out in front of the net to Zach Sekos, and Chase Perry was off balance. We've got a high-scoring start to this game as Allen scored the first 2 goals, but the Grizzlies answer as Zach Sekos gets his 11th of the year. 11:18 left in the first. Draw's going to be at center ice. Looks like we got a dandy of a game. Hopefully I'll be able to see it all. Grizzlies win the draw as Aaron Tho back in his own zone will feed it to the far side. Now it goes back to Tho. Tho paired up with Jacob Semick in his pro debut. Keaton Jamison will throw it out to center ice. Now Semick gets it. He'll skeet towards the left circle. Shot saved by Perry. Rebound goes out to Allen. They'll cross center ice. As they'll skeet down the middle, Grant Hebert gains the blue line, takes a lefty shot, saved by Parikh, and Lucas holds on. 10:58 left in the first. Allen leads 2-1. Draw's going to be in the Grizzly zone. Utah has won 5 in a row. In fact, they've won each of the 5 games, the first 5 games in the month of March. They swept Wichita in a 2-game series, and last week they won 3 one-goal games against Kansas City. Draws on the right side, and it's won by Allen. As the Americans in the offensive zone, as Grant Hebert skates towards the far corner, being shadowed by Tho. He'll feed it back up top. Now the Americans skate towards their left. Chip it across. Dalton Skelly dumps it towards the left corner. Grizzlies gather it, and they'll move it ahead. Pass goes wide of Simeone, and Allen keeps it in the offensive zone. Right side, Grizzlies poking out to center. Allen will retreat. Ryan Gagnon gets the puck. He's a minus 27 this year. He'll throw it to the far side. It bounced off the boards. Grizzlies will chase after it. Parikh behind his net will give way. Both teams make a line change. About halfway through the first period, Allen leads 2-1. Grizzlies cross center ice. Bryson Martin drives it towards the right side. Pfizer in the area. As Chris Mallory, the Penn State product, third-year pro, will skate around his net. He'll chip it out to center ice. Picked off by Pouncey, who dumps it back in. Perry stays in net. It's Colton Sossaman, who's sporting a large beard. He's out to the far side. They'll move it ahead. Now the Americans carry it out to neutral ice. They'll feed it to Hargrove down the middle. He'll gain the line. He gets it poked away by the Grizzlies. Good defensive work as Taryn Pfizer will throw it out to Americans territory. Allen gets it back. Hank Crone throws it to Hargrove. He skates towards the left side, back to Crone, and take a lefty shot, and it goes wide. Puck behind the goal line as Dylan Fitz skates towards the far corner. Now Fitz starts skating north-south along the left wing. He crosses center ice, veers off to the right, chips over to Pouncey. Right point, he'll take a righty shot, saved by Perry. And he holds on. 9:27 left in the first. Allen leads 2-1, but the Grizzlies got on the board with Zach Sekos' 11th of the year. Timeout on the ice. We're back in 1 minute. Allen leads 2-1 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network. Allen leads 2-1, 9:27 left in the first period. Eric Williams, the former Grizzly, scored 4:02 in. Hank Crone made it a 2-0 game, 7:45 in. The Grizzlies got on the board less than a minute later as Zach Sekos got his 11th of the year, 8:42 in. Cameron Wright and Dakota Raby with the assists. So Wright gets his 26th assists of the year, and Raby gets his 23rd. Draw one by Allen in their own zone. They'll skate out towards center ice. Jack Combs throws to the left side for Aiden Brown. He'll skate towards the corner, stops before he gets there, chips it back to Mascot, take a lefty shot, and it goes wide and deflects out of play. 9:14 left in the first. Draw's going to be near Lucas Perique over to the near side. It's interesting to see that forward line. They played well on Sunday. Zach Sekos, Cameron Wright, and Dakota Raby, they combined for a first period goal. That line's lethal. You think about the playmaking ability of Zach Sekos, the all-around skill, the speed of Dakota Raby, and Cameron Wright, who can score from just about anywhere on the ice. And Wright displaying his passing skills, throwing it out in front of the net to Zach Sekos for Utah's goal. Draw one by the Americans. Liam Finley will skate towards the left point and throw up behind his back. Now it goes back to Mascot. He skates towards the left circle. Shot goes wide as rebound goes out towards the right point. Now they spin it back around. Grizzlies gather it as Connor McDonald will lift it out to center ice. It's taken by Sekos. He'll gain the line, skates towards his right. Now Sekos towards the right point, gets on one knee, loses the puck. Allen tries to dump it in. It bounced off a Grizzly as Cameron Wright will skate towards Dakota Raby. He gets cut off by Williams, the Northeastern product. Colby McCauley in the area. It chips back to the corner. Sekos feeds up top for Semick. He'll take a lefty shot. And a save made by Perry. Rebound goes out to the right side. Aaron Tho skates around the net. And now it goes out to center ice. Semick gathers it. And he'll skate back into his own zone. Right wing pass to Penner. He crosses center and dumps it off the left wing boards. Grizzlies make a line change, but Penner stays out there. And he chases after Dalton Skelly, the Allen American. Dalton Galley, 6'5", 227 pounds. He wears number 22. Dalton Skelly is out of the Allen lineup. The Americans, long-range pass doesn't connect. They ice the puck as the whistle blows. 8:01 left in the first period. Allen leads 2-1. Mikhail Robidoux arguing his case, but the draw is going to come out towards Chase Perry. For Dakota Raby, he now has a point in 11 of his last 13 games. Remember, he had the shootout game winner against Kansas City this past Saturday on March 11th, and the following afternoon, he had 1 goal and 1 assist. So it's been a great stretch for Dakota Raby, who started his college career and played 4 years at the University of Michigan, and that was a graduate transfer that last season at Sacred Heart University. He was signed by the Grizzlies about a year ago to the day. Allen wins the draw. They skate out to center ice. As they feed over to the left, Mascot takes a shot and it's blocked. Puck goes back over to the left corner. Hebert loses it. Martin moves it ahead. Cut off by Allen on the right point. Gagnon keeps it in. Robidoux spins behind the net. Hebert gets hit, and he'll skate towards the corner. As Hebert gets over towards Stephane Fournier, the former Wichita Thunder. He tries to feed it out in front on a wraparound pass, and it's picked off by Utah. As Jared Power gains center ice, far side, dumps it in. Mikulchuk chases after it. Allen gets it. 7.5 minutes left in the first. Dalton Galley gets hit pretty hard by Mikulchuk. As Gagnon battles with Jamison. Now it goes back to Mikulchuk. Go throw it up top. And Power swung and missed. Now it goes back to McDonald. Left point. Shot. Saved by Perry. Rebound. Simeone skates in. Shot. Saved by Perry again. This time he holds on. 7:08 left in the first as Simeone took the first shot and was able to get a second, then went low on Chase Perry, and the Allen goaltender was able to make the stop. Perry, his pads are all black in a red jersey with white numbers, a little bit of white on the forearms. Pretty sharp-looking jersey. For the Grizzlies, they've got a white jersey with black numbers and professional green trim. It's the Americans 2 and the Grizzlies 1. As Utah wins the draw, Cam Strong with a shot and it's blocked. Hank Crone skates towards the near side in his own zone. He'll lift it ahead. Picked off by Utah neutral ice. They'll nudge it out to the near side. Allen pokes it back to center ice as the Grizzlies will throw it into their own zone and restart the attack. Though across to Jacob Semick in his pro debut, just signed by the Grizzlies a couple days ago, over to Simeone near side. And he drives it around the boards. Goes back to the left side as Sauceman moves it ahead for Hargrove. He bounces off of Simeone as Hargrove back to the far side. Will start skating north-south. They'll ricochet off the boards. It goes to center ice. Allen gets it. They'll drop it off to the right point as they step over the line. They skate towards their left. Hank Crone feeds it across. It goes towards the corner. Regathered by Allen. Hargrove in the area. Now Crone behind the net gets it poked away by Tho. Tho carries out towards the far corner. Preek will bounce it off the end boards. Now Crone tries to feed it out in front. It hits off a Grizzly and rolls back into the Allen zone. Americans will reset. They'll throw it to the near side for Aiden Brown, who dumps it in. Preek behind his net. They'll survey now. Throw it to the near side as it goes back to Pfizer. They'll move it out to center. It goes past an American and rolls towards Chris Mallory, who will chip it towards the near side for Massacott. Back to Mallory as Allen skates from right to left here in the first period. They'll throw a blue line to blue line pass. It's picked off by McDonald. They'll throw it across to Shearer. Back to McDonald in front of Preek's net. Now McDonald will skate north-south. Connor will skate over to the left side as the Grizzlies move it back to McDonald, who skates towards the far corner. He loses the puck. Bentley throws it across. It ricochets off the near boards, and James Shearer dumps it back in. 5:37 and counting left in the first. Allen leads 2-1. Americans throw it to the far side. Puck out at neutral ice. As the Americans, Jack Combs tries to skate in. Delayed offside. And looks like he'll throw it back into their own zone to the Americans. Whistle blows, I believe. 5:25 left in the first. There's a timeout. We'll take one as well. We're back in 1 minute, we think. Well, let's see if there is a timeout. Yes, there is. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network. Allen leads Utah 2-1.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
The Americans 2 and the Grizzlies 1. Allen scored the first 2 goals of the game. Eric Williams in his Allen debut scored .402, and he played for the Grizzlies back in the 2019-2020 season. He was a member of the Norfolk Admirals. He was their captain. He had 3 goals of them, and he scored .402 in, and it was the first goal of the game on either side. Liam Finley and Zachary Massacott with the assists. 7:45 in, Allen extended the lead. Hank Crone got his league-leading 37th goal of the season. Aiden Brown, Colton Hargrove with the assists. Grizzlies got on the board 8:42 in as Zach Sekos was the Optum first goal of the game scorer. Cameron Wright and Dakota Raby with the assists. Grizzlies in their own end skating from left to right. Now they get to neutral ice, left side. Grizzlies enter the zone. And we apologize. The description of the game isn't all that good, as unfortunately we've got some glitches here with the screen we're watching, and we're just trying to do the best we can. Grizzlies have it deep in their own zone, skating from left to right. Grizzlies cross center. Now the Grizz. Dakota Raby skates towards the left circle. He gets cut off. Sekos to the left side, trying to get to right down the middle. Right throws it back to the far boards. Bryson Martin, left side, chips it ahead. Bounces off a Massacott. Rolls to Cameron Wright on the right side. Takes a shot. Didn't get much on it. Rolls off the end wall. As Allen out to the left side will get to the attack zone. Jack Combs skates towards the left circle. Centering pass. Shot. And it goes wide. As the shot went wide, Zach Sekos, maybe the pass did. I was in the middle of watching my screen glitch. Gagnon throws it back in his own zone as Allen deep in their own end skates from right to left here in the first period. As the Americans, one of the best scoring teams in the league. As Allen back in their own end, Dalton Galley will throw it to the near side for Grant Hebert. He'll gain center ice. He's 6'4", 200 pounds. It's Hebert over to the left side, trying to center it to Robideau. It bounced off his skate and rolls towards the left corner. Robideau back to Stefan Fournier out in front. Wraparound shot, and that's blocked by Tho before it got to Preek. Puck goes back to Keaton Jamison. As Allen avoids a check, Robideau is trying to light him up. As Jamison will feed it across. It ricochets off the near boards at center ice. Goes to James Shearer, dumps it in. As Shearer was trying to avoid a check. Puck goes to the far corner, deep in Allen's zone, as Grant Hebert will move it ahead on a backhand pass. It bounces off it, though. Goes to Cam Strong, who skates towards the corner. Strong, who was born in Billings, Montana, skates towards the left side. He's being challenged by Fournier. As joining the play is Kyle Pouncey. Strong keeps the puck. He skates towards the left goal line. He'll take a lefty shot. Saved by Perry. He holds on. 3:34 left in the first, but Cam Strong really winning a one-on-one battle along the boards and putting together a great effort. You know, every game you're going to get a blue-collar effort from Cam Strong. During the first intermission, we'll go over some of the roster moves over the last week as the trade deadline was today. And we'll also talk about hockey, and we'll also give you some NCAA basketball scores, and we'll talk about one of the special members of the local media that passed away yesterday. Allen wins the draw. They throw it to the near side. Hank Crone in the area. So he'll throw it to center ice. It ricochets off the boards near Utah's bench on the far side. Grizzlies bench is more to the left side as we see it. As Allen has the puck, Mallory throws it across to Sauceman. The fact we're able to see anything is amazing. As it goes to the left side, Grizzlies out near their blue line. We'll move it ahead to Tyler Penner on the right wing. Sauceman takes it away. Pass might have gone wide. My screen's glitching here and there. As Hargrove to the near side, we'll move it ahead. Puck bounces at center ice. Sauceman gets it across center ice down the middle. Left wing pass out to Justin Young. Back to Sauceman. Trying to find Young cutting towards the net. Utah pokes it back towards the near wing boards. Sauceman throws to the high slot. Now back to Sauceman. He'll throw it to the right side. One-timer, and it's blocked. Grizzlies get it out at neutral ice as Penner moves it ahead looking for Dylan Fitz. It's picked off as the Americans skate towards the near side. Colton Hargrove. Hargrove gets down the middle, gets around a player. He'll take a lefty shot from the high slot that goes wide. Now Allen tries to feed it out in front. Pass doesn't connect. And the Grizzlies cross center ice. Zach Sekos drops it off for Shearer. Take a lefty shot and it goes wide. Puck glides towards the near wing boards. 2:19 left in the first. Looks like a whistle blows. And draw's going to be in the Allen zone. The Grizzlies and the Americans, number 2 and number 3, respectively, in the league in penalty minutes. There was one time there in late February when both teams were 1 and 2 in the league, but Fort Wayne's picked up a lot of penalty minutes as of late. We haven't seen anything yet here this series, but it could get physical as the series progresses, just like it did in February in Maverick Center. Sekos take the draw against Colby McCauley. McCauley this season has 5 goals and 13 assists in 22 games. 2:19 left in the first. Allen leads 2-1. Sekos out there with Wright and Raby. That's been a strong forward line for the Grizzlies as of late. Utah wins the draw. Raby skates towards the far goal line. We get a whistle, and it looks like we got an interference call. Who's it going to be on? Cameron Wright's in the area, and Zach Sekos skating towards the penalty box. Let's see who the penalty is going to be on. It's going to be on Cameron Wright. Wright doesn't like the call, but he's going to the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. 2 minutes for interference. Have you or someone you know been charged with a DUI? Rogers and Russell is Utah's DUI defense firm. Consequences for driving under the influence in Utah are serious, and you need great attorneys on your first line. Look for a letter in the mail from Rogers and Russell inviting you to schedule a free consultation. Don't throw away or disregard this letter. Call and get Utah's number 1 DUI defense team. Rogers and Russell. Grizzlies win the draw. They skate into the attack zone. Zach Sekos skates towards the left circle. Take a shot. And looks like it goes wide. As we're 10 seconds into Allen's first power play of the game, but the Grizzlies had the first good look. Draw is going to be in the Allen zone. And Zach Sekos and Keaton Jamison combined on a 2-on-2, and Sekos looked like he took the shot from the left side. Unfortunately, my screen froze for a second. I couldn't see exactly where the shot ended up. Grizzlies win the draw. Sure left point will center it, and it gets poked away to center ice. Allen chases after it. Hank Crone moves ahead, but the only guy there was a Grizzly who throws it back towards the Allen blue line. Hargrove will throw it back into his own zone. Less than 2 minutes left in the first period, and 1 minute and 30 seconds left in Allen's first power play. Allen leads 2-1. Hank Crone crosses center ice left side. He'll skate towards the circle, drops it off for the point for Mallory. He'll feed it to the right side. One-timer, and it's blocked before it gets to Preek, and the Grizzlies clear it out. Chase Perry to the far side of his net as Allen skates around. The Americans now on the near side. Chris Mallory. He's got an A on his sweater. He'll chip it to the right side as Allen crosses center. Colton Hargrove gains the line and dumps it to the far corner. Kyle Pouncey chases after it. He loses it as the Americans throw it back up top. Now across to Mallory in the high slot. Mallory surveys. He feeds it to his right as Finley over to the right side. Combs to the far goal line. Chips it back up top. Now to Mallory in the high slot. He'll throw it to the left side for Crone as Allen does a good job working the puck around. Crone feeds to the right side for Hargrove and faked a one-timer. Mallory back to Hargrove. Now across to Crone. Crone up top for Mallory. He'll chip it to the right side for Hargrove just outside the circle. Now to Mallory in the high slot. Back to Hargrove on the right side. Hargrove takes a righty shot that's blocked. Puck goes towards the near corner. Grizzlies trying to clear it out. It bounces off of Crone as Mallory feeds it to the right side for Finley. Now to the far goal line. Back to Hargrove. Up top, Finley across to Crone. 10 seconds left in the Allen power play. Allen gets it across. Finley to the right side. Throws it to Hargrove. Now up top for Mallory. Larry back to Hargrove, and he'll get it to the far goal line. Allen fakes the centering pass. Now they try to get across. Centering pass, shot and a score. Hank Crone out in front of the net. The centering pass finally connected, and Allen's patience and perseverance pays off. It's a power play goal. As Crone gets his second of the game, we believe. Hargrove threw it to Combs, who was at the far goal line. Oh, he centered it to Crone, and somehow the pass connected. As Allen very, very patient with the puck. And they finally got it to Hank Crone out in front of the net. It's almost like they were waiting the whole power play to get that one pass to connect out in front. And they do for Hank Crone, who gets his second of the game and league leading 38th of the season. And it was at the very end of Allen's power play. 12.3 seconds left in the first. The Americans lead 3-1. As a draw won by the Grizzlies. Utah skates from left to right here in the first period. It's out to center ice. Allen dumps it in. Grizzlies chase after it. Arm is raised by the linesman. 3.6 seconds left in the first as it's icing on Allen. The referee tonight is Austin O'Rourke. It's the first time the Grizzlies have seen him. The linesmen are Michael Miggins and Aaron Schacht. Aaron O'Rourke, or Austin O'Rourke. He's got number 10 on the back of his official jersey. Draws give me the far side. Keaton Jamison will take it for Utah. 3.6 seconds left. It's won by Allen. Ryan Gagnon skates towards the far corner. And that will do it as they played 20 minutes over at Credit Union of Allen Event Center. And the Americans scored the first two goals. Former Grizzly Eric Williams lit the lamp, and then Hank Crone did. And the Grizzlies got on the board as Zach Secco scored 8:42 in. But the Americans, with about 12 seconds left in the first, connected as Hank Crone got his second of the night and league leading 38th of the season. It looks like it was listed as a 5-on-5 goal. 1 second after Cameron Wright came out of the penalty box is when the Americans found the back of the net. Jack Combs and Colton Hargrove with the assist. So it wasn't a power play goal, but it does matter. It does count in the standings, and really for the Americans, it's a big game in the standings for them. Hank Crone's already got 2 goals tonight. Colton Hargrove with 2 assists. And the 4-man unit for Allen that's gotten the job done all season long gets on the scoreboard early and often in the first period. So through 20 minutes over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center, Allen leads 3-1. Looks like the Grizzlies had 16 shots in the first period, and Allen had 14. Chase Perry for Allen stopped 15 of 16. Lucas Preek for the Grizzlies stopped 11 of 14. We'll come back and try to recap the first period if we can, as Allen leads 3-1 after 20 minutes of play on the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting, hanging out in the lobby at Maverick Center. We'll talk with Guy Krenze here shortly, as he just got back from trying to beat traffic over in the Salt Lake Valley. Unfortunately, had technical difficulties first few minutes of the game and never really got adjusted to the speed of the game or the frozen screen that we've managed to get from time to time. And we apologize for trying to listen to the game on YouTube, as unfortunately the description is just a little bit off. But the Americans got on the board 4-2 win as Eric Williams got his 4th of the year. He's making his Allen Americans debut as he was acquired in a trade with the Norfolk Admirals. And if Eric Williams' name sounds familiar, that's because he was with the Grizzlies back in the 2019-2020 season, the year that ended in March due to COVID. That was about 3 years ago to the day. And Eric Williams, in his Allen Americans debut, gets the Americans on the board 4-2 and Liam Finley and Zachary Massicott with the assists. Hank Crone extended the lead to 2-0 as he scored his league-leading 37th of the year. Time of goal 7:45 in. Aiden Brown and Colton Hargrove with the assists. Grizzlies got on the board 8:42 in as Zach Sekos got his 11th of the year. From what we were able to see on the play, Cameron Wright was to the right side, chipped it out in front to Sekos, who was able to put it away. And it was one of those, it wasn't necessarily a fluid play, as Sekos was able to get a move, and Chase Perry got off balance, and Sekos essentially had an open net once he got the puck out in front. It was his 11th of the year. He's the Optim first goal of the game scorer. Optim is committed to making healthcare work better, and one connection, one person at a time, one inside at a time. Optim is putting you at the center of everything we do. Optim is committed to making healthcare work better, leading the way to better experiences, better health, and lower costs for you. Cameron Wright got an interference minor, 17:46 into the first. There wasn't a whole lot of offense there in the second half of the first period. And then at the very end, in fact, it wasn't even a power play goal 1 second after the power play ended. So it wasn't like Cameron Wright out of the penalty box could, get into the defensive zone and do some, make an impact. So it wasn't a power play goal, but essentially was. Allen was extremely patient, working the puck around. They didn't take more than like 2 shots in the entire power play, even though they had the puck in the offensive zone for just about the entire power play. Eventually, the puck got to Jack Combs in the far goal line, centered it out in front to Hank Crone, and it looked like they were setting that up the entire power play. And it took them the full 2 minutes, and then that second is Combs to the far goal line, just centered it out in front to Crone, pass connected, and Crone had an easy goal from there as he got his league-leading 38th of the season. He's got 2 tonight. Jack Combs picking up an assist. He now has a point in 21 of his last 22 games, as Combs had a 20-game point-scoring streak that came to an end when Allen got shut out 5-0 against Idaho. Combs now has 47 assists this season. Colton Hargrove also with an assist. Hargrove had 2 assists in the first period. So Allen leads 3-1. The Grizzlies outshot them 16-14. And as we bring Guy Krenze into the broadcast, Guy, hopefully traffic was treating you well. Hopefully your bracket's treating you well. For the Grizzlies, they got off to a tough start, and then Zach Sekos scored, and it looked like things were settling in. Unfortunately for Allen, on their power play, as I mentioned, they were extremely patient with the puck, and that's one of the things we noticed when the Americans were at Maverick Center in February, is they just are very patient with the puck. They find the open guy, are able to get easy goals as a result, and it took them a while on that power play, but they were able to find Hank Crone out in front to extend the lead.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Tyson. Traffic actually wasn't too bad today. I actually made really good time, so that was good. My bracket, not so much, but I've had fun following the game so far. And as for this game, I was listening to the broadcast on my way over, and
good luck.
You're doing a great job, by the way, because I've been on the other end. I've seen these screens sometimes, and it does not do him any favors whatsoever. But it seems like Allen got off to the start that they wanted to get off to. And for the Grizzlies, I think one of the keys in winning this game was you can't let Allen set up and do what they want to do. But I like the response from Sekos scoring less than a minute later and really kind of bringing the Grizzlies back to earth. And I think that's exactly what the Grizzlies needed. Now, this late goal that you give up on the power play, that's a killer. That hurts. And so for the Grizzlies, I think you need to come out in the second period and play like the team that you know you can be. And we've seen the Grizzlies at times play really well. And we've seen times where they kind of meander their way through games. They have to be strong for the remaining 40 minutes if they want to have a chance to win this game.
For the Grizzlies, they're making his professional debut as Jacob Semick. The shifts I've seen, unfortunately, the camera angle has been kind of a little bit wobbly, but he's a guy that I walked past him. He's listed at 6 feet. It looks like he's probably closer to 6'2". In the shifts I saw, it looked like he had a pretty good first period. I think he's going to be a good addition to the club. He played at Arizona State the last 4 years, so he played for a major college program. He was a +6 this year, and I'm really excited to see what he's going to do for the Grizzlies. He'll be wearing number 40. He has been wearing number 40, and I think not only this week, but the rest of the season. I think Jacob Semek's going to be a big addition.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what he can do in a Grizzlies uniform, and I think these guys coming out of college, you see guys, especially last year, like Raby, came into the lineup and played really well. And I think that's because they have a lot to prove. This is the pros. It's not college anymore. And so they come out and they really have a chip on their shoulder and they want to make an impact. And I think Semek is going to be the same way. I think he's going to earn his spot in this lineup and he's going to earn minutes. And as a result of that, I think he's going to play well. He's going to find his place in this team. And I think if the Grizzlies are going to make a deep run here, I think that these college guys like him and Power are going to be a big part of that.
If you joined us late, Jacob Semek was signed a couple days ago. The Grizzlies did release defenseman/forward Joey Koatarski. He'd played as much forward as he had defense for the Grizzlies. He played in 85 games over the last couple seasons. And earlier today, the Grizzlies made a trade. As today is the ECHL trade deadline day. It's come and gone. The Grizzlies did make a deal as they sent the ECHL rights to Andrew Nilsson, who's currently loaned with the AHL's Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. And so he goes to Cincinnati, and in return, the Grizzlies get the ECHL rights to Mason Manick, who was traded this past summer from Utah to Cincinnati. Manick, he's in school right now. I'm not sure if he's ever going to appear in a game with the Grizzlies, but the Grizzlies do have his ECHL rights. So if Mason Manick wants to play hockey, he's going to play here in Utah. And obviously, he's a Harriman, Utah native, born and raised. And the Grizzlies also get future considerations in that deal. But you think about it over the next week, if Wilkes-Barre releases Andrew Nilsson from his loan, we could see Andrew Nilsson here at Maverick Center as a member of the Cincinnati Cyclones. That could certainly add some intrigue to really what's already an intriguing week at Maverick Center next week in the 3-game set between the Grizzlies and Cyclones.
I mean, that would just add to the storyline, wouldn't it? That would make it just absolutely insane. But I mean, you think about the Cincinnati Cyclones, and they're a really good team, Tyson. I mean, they're one of the top teams in the league. I think that they're going to be a tough task for this Grizzlies team. And really, this Allen series and this Cincinnati series, I think, is going to tell us a lot about what kind of team the Grizzlies are and if they can go far in the playoffs or even make the playoffs. I think that this 6-game stretch here against Allen and Cincinnati, I think this is going to be imperative that the Grizzlies win at least 3 out of the 6.
Over the last couple of weeks, the Grizzlies have been a good come-from-behind team. They overcame a 4-2 deficit this past Saturday to get not only one standing point, but 2 as they won in the shootout. And, they overcame a 3-goal deficit in Orlando last month, so the Grizzlies certainly can do it, but they got a tough task down 3-1 against the Allen Americans, but that's what makes the last 2 weeks so critical. The Grizzlies sweeping Wichita in a 2-game series, and then last week winning 3 straight 1-goal games against Kansas City. Getting those 5 victories is big because it was going to be tough here in the middle portion of March going up against Allen on the road, who Utah has had a little bit of trouble with, and then Cincinnati, who's got a great record in the Central Division.
Yeah, I mean, just reiterating what you just said, I mean, these 2 teams, Allen and Cincinnati, they're tough teams. Then the Grizzlies aren't going to walk out of there with the points lightly. They're going to have to earn these points. But, I mean, as you said, the Grizzlies came back against Kansas City. Those were close 1-goal games that the Grizzlies were able to win. And so you got to think if the Grizzlies come back and get a goal here, make this a 1-goal game, they got a chance. But they need to get that next goal. They need to find themselves back into this game. But there's plenty of time to do it.
Grizzlies right now are tied for 3rd in the Mountain Division with 59 points with the Wichita Thunder. If Utah is able to come back and get a victory, then they will jump ahead of the Kansas City Mavericks for 2nd place in the Mountain Division. Now, if Allen wins in regulation, then they will be tied with Utah and Wichita, a 3-way tie for 3rd place in the Mountain Division. When we come back, we'll talk some hockey and go over some college basketball scores as Allen leads Utah 3-1. After 20 minutes of play on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Guy Krenz, and we certainly send our condolences to the friends and family of Dirk Facer, the longtime Deseret News writer who was there, I think, about 3 decades. He covered just about everything, including Utah Grizzlies hockey. He covered the Grizzlies for a few seasons with the Deseret News, and he also is known for covering the University of Utah. He passed away yesterday at the age of 59, and we send our condolences to his son, Austin, and the rest of the Facer family. And Dirk was one of the really good guys. He was somebody that seemed to have a good relationship with Utah head coach Kyle Whittingham. They used to joke back and forth. And, you know, in my experiences, and one of the fun things about the pursuit of becoming a broadcaster and becoming a part of the sports media is every now and then you get to run into those type of people. And they really can be some of the most special people you run into. And in the few interactions I had with Dirk Facer, he was certainly a special guy. Somebody that even if you didn't know him very well, he made you feel like you had known him for years. You know, a guy that had great stories and was just somebody that seemed to know everybody, and everybody seemed to know Dirk. And Dirk was just an outstanding guy, and he's certainly going to be missed. Dirk Facer, who was with the Deseret News as a sports writer for so many years, including covering Utah Grizzlies games, passed away at the age of 59. And we certainly are sad about that, as he was certainly one of the good guys in the media. Well, let's get to some college basketball. I know Dirk Facer probably would have filled out his bracket and would have had a good bracket. Looks like games have gone final in the evening session. Duke defeats Oral Roberts 74-51. Duke a 5 seed in the East region. Other East region action. Let's see. It looks like that's the only one that's gone final right now. In the Northwest region, 37 seconds left. Auburn leads Iowa 80-73. That's a game that could go either way, as Auburn is a 9 seed with a 20-12 record. Iowa the 8 seed, but Auburn leads 80-73. That game with 35 seconds left in regulation. 11 minutes left in the second half. Northwestern leads Boise State 50-46. Texas is a 2 seed in the Midwest region. Early second half, they lead Colgate 50-38. Games have gone final in the South region. Maryland over West Virginia, 67-65. In the South region, 13 seed Furman got a game winner with 2.2 seconds left. They defeat Virginia 68-67. The only local team in the bracket, Utah State, was a 10 seed in the South region. They lose to Missouri 76-65. So Utah State's season comes to an end. They went 26-9. Kansas over Howard, 96-68. Kansas a 1 seed in the West region. In the South region, number 1 seed Alabama defeats Texas A&M Corpus Christi 96-75. In the South region, San Diego State defeats Charleston 63-57. In the South region, Princeton, the 15 seed, the upset of the day, they defeat Arizona 59-55. In the West region, the number 8 seed at Arkansas defeats Illinois 73-63. And we'll see about the other action tonight, as later on in the evening session, Houston's taking on a 16 seed, Tennessee. The 4 seeds taking on Louisiana. 7 seed Texas A&M takes 10 seed Penn State in the Midwest region. The West region, 2nd seed UCLA takes on North Carolina, Asheville. Well, it looks like they're about set to start second period action. Hopefully we'll be able to see it. The Grizzlies have some catching up to do, and really what they're going to have to do is they're just going to have to find a way to play north-south game, it feels like, against this Allen team, and see if they can find a way to limit Allen's top forwards from getting on track.
Yeah, Tyson, that seems to be the key. That top four for Allen is dangerous. But for the Grizzlies, I think it just starts with winning faceoffs, getting possession, getting a strong forecheck established. And from there, I think the game will come to the Grizzlies. They got plenty of time to come back in this game, but I feel like they need to get that next goal to really come back down to earth and contend with Allen here.
Utah outshot Allen 16-14 in the first period. Second period, we'll start with Dakota Raby, Zach Sekos, and Cameron Wright. That three-man forward unit led to Utah's first period goal, with Zach Sekos getting his 11th of the year. Jacob Semick in his pro debut is out there to start the second period with Aaron Tho. Semick, wearing number 40, is 6 feet and 188 pounds. Looks like he might be a little bit taller than that. Grizzlies win the draw. Dakota Raby at center ice in the near side overskates it. Allen will skate back into the offensive zone. Hank Crone on hat trick watch takes a lefty shot that's blocked. Now right wing, Crone with a shot saved by Preek. Rebound goes out to Raby. He'll skate out to neutralize. He crosses center down the middle. Allen pokes it away. Good play by Colton Sossaman. Sossaman feeds it across to Chris Mallory, who moves it ahead to Colton Hargrove. Hargrove gains center ice, gets around Sekos, gets back checked by Wright, rolls back to the left point. Allen feeds it to Sossaman. Shot and a score. Might have got redirected on the way as Colton Sossaman has extended the Allen lead as he scored from the right side. He points to one of the other Americans who is out in front of the net. They might get credited with the goal. Sossaman chipped it ahead. Might have bounced off of Justin Young is the back of the net. Colton Hargrove was in the area as well. 29 seconds into the second period. Allen has pumped in another one. It's 4-1. Just one of those that got out in front of the net. Might have gotten redirected by Young, and Allen scores again.
Yeah, Tyson, really a tough break here for the Grizzlies. Now you're down by 3, only 29 seconds into the second period. Not the start you wanted to look for here.
Draw at center ice. Grizzlies get it. They are skating from our right to our left as we see it on Flow Sports, and your mind's eye see it on YouTube. Unfortunately, if you're on YouTube, you might be confused all night with the glitches we've got. Sure over in the area. Penner as well. Sure will tap it off the glass. Goes to center ice. Fits in the area. He battles with Eric Williams, who dumps it in. I think Williams wore number 20 for the Grizzlies, if I remember right, and he's number 20 with Allen. As McDonald throws to the near side for Shearer, he moves ahead to center for Penner, who gains center ice left wing and dumps into the right corner. Pfizer is tied with Wright for the club lead with 20 goals. We'll whip it around for Fitz on the left side. Fitz gets pushed, keeps his feet, centers out in front, nobody home as it ricochets off the far boards. Penner gets held up by Massicott. Now the Americans throw it to the near side, taken by Fitz, who feeds it to the left circle. We get a big collision. Arm is raised by the referee as Massicott got in a collision with Tyler Penner. Interference is going to be the call. It looks like it might be on Massicott. So it looks like the Grizzlies, for the first time tonight, are going to the power play. And Massicott goes to the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. 2 minutes for interference. 18:42 left in the second. Tyler Penner trying to win a one-on-one battle with the guy that's bigger than him and was able to draw a penalty.
Yeah, Tyler Penner, the Iron Man, draws the penalty here, and this is a chance for the Grizzlies to get that goal back and get back within 2.
Justin Young got credited with the goal, redirecting the Colton Sossaman shot. It's Young's first goal of the season. Sossaman and Hank Crone with the assist. So Crone now has 2 goals and 1 assist. Draws in the left circle. Mikael Robidoux will take it against Zach Sekos. Raby and Ryder up top. Back behind will be Shearer and Pfizer. Grizzlies win the draw. Pfizer right side shot. Rebound shot goes wide. I think that was right from the right side. As Sekos, left circle, dances around. He'll throw it up top for Shearer. Across to Pfizer. Back to Shearer's in the high slot. Left wing pass to Sekos just outside the circle. Take a lefty shot. Saved by Perry. Rebound flips high into the air. Dropped by Raby out in the near corner. Trying to get it to right. Bounced off a skate. Rolls to Allen, who clears it out. Americans look like they're going to change up skaters. Grizzlies will keep the same 5-man unit out. 127 and counting left in Utah's first power play of the game. Utah this season, 19.3% on the power play. This goes to neutralize. Sekos to the right wing pass to Pfizer, who drifts to his right for right. Now back towards the left side. Sure, trying to get it to Raby. Ricochets it off the near boards. Now Raby gets it center ice. Swung and missed on a pass attempt. Now rolls back to Sekos. Now Sekos gets it. He got it from right. Now Sekos trying to get it back to right. Allen tries to clear it out and can't. Puck goes back to the near corner. Raby gets it poked away. Allen ricochets it off the glass, and it clears out. James Shearer chases after it. 50 seconds left in the power play. Shearer over to Pfizer on the near wing boards. He'll whip it back around. As taking it is, I think, Bryson Martin. Grizzlies make a line change. Less than 40 seconds left in the power play. as now Martin gets the puck. 30 seconds left in the man advantage. Allen leads 4-1. He'll throw it to the near side as it goes out to center ice. Grizzlies gain the blue line as Tho whips it around the wall. Past McCallchuck. Fitz in the area. He collides with Dalton Galley, number 22. Galley goes down. Fitz continues to battle. Puck drifts towards the right side and exits the zone. Bryson Martin will skate back to his own end. He'll throw a left wing pass to Tho. Tho will skate towards the left circle. Stops. Keeps the puck. Actually, Allen takes it away on a back check. Americans cross center ice. And out of the penalty box is Zachary Massicott as the Americans lay it at the blue line. Tho gets it. He'll skate into the offensive zone. Right side. Tho with a lefty shot. Saved by Perry. Rebound goes to Allen. Americans throw it to center ice as they collide. Now taking it's Jack Combs who gets around Keaton Jamison. He'll take a lefty shot and looks like Preek makes the save. 4-1 Allen. Good job by Lucas Preek shutting the door on Jack Combs, one of the best scorers in the league. Unsuccessful penalty power play for the Grizzlies. Just looked like they couldn't get things settled there.
Yeah, Tyson, that's exactly the case. And ever since Andrew Nielsen went to Wilkes-Barre and was absent from that power play, the Grizzlies seem to have struggled. And now Andrew Nielsen, he's not coming back. So the Grizzlies need to figure out their power play woes.
Allen wins the draw. They lead 4-1 as Dalton Galley will bounce off the boards as McDonald battles Robidoux. Throws it back up top, but the Allen player vacated the far post. Goes back deep in the Allen zone. Ryan Gagnon back in his own end. Chipping out to center ice. It goes past Aaron Tho as Grizzlies out to center ice. Jared Power on the ice. So is Christian Simeone. Right wing Grizzlies dump it in. Allen skating from left to right here in the second period. Puck goes towards the near wing boards. Sure in the area as they battle. Simeone along the near wall. Allen pokes it back to center. Now the Grizzlies get to Simeone. He gains the line, skates towards the right side. Simeone towards the circle, skates in, shot. And the arm is raised as Simeone got held up about the time he was skating in to take the shot. It looks like a penalty is going to be called on Ryan Gagnon. Good effort by Christian Simeone. And he played a north-south game right there, just attacking, and was able to draw a penalty. Ryan Gagnon goes to the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell, and Utah's on the power play for the second time here in the period.
Well, great play there by Christian Simeone. Usually when you drive the net like that, one of two things is going to happen. You're going to either score or you're going to draw a penalty, and Christian Simeone does the latter, and the Grizzlies go back to the power play.
15:33 left in the second period. Allen leads 4-1. Hank Crone, 2 goals and 1 assist. Zach Sekos has Utah's goal. He's the Optum first goal of the game scorer. He's taking a draw with Colton Hargrove. Hargrove wins it as Allen will carry it out to center ice. Kobe McCauley gets to the left for Hargrove. He'll skate in. Shot saved by Preek, I believe. Unfortunately, I couldn't see as the screen was kind of glitching back and forth now. Right to the near side, cross the center. Right gains the line, stops at the point. Trying to throw it back to Shearer, but Allen gets it and lifts it over the head of Shearer as it goes deep in the Grizzlies zone. Pfizer gathers it behind Utah's net about 5 minutes into the second period, and Allen's still up by 3. Now Shearer gets it. He'll skate down the middle. Shearer crosses center ice to throw it back to Cameron Wright. He battles. Allen goes down. Well, I think Wright's going to get a penalty. As Justin Young, who scored his first goal of the season here early in the second period, was battling with Cameron Wright. Wright, I believe, tripped him up. And so Wright's going to get a penalty. That will do it for the Utah power play. Wright's in the penalty box for the second time tonight. We'll skate 4-on-4 for 1:19, and then after that, Allen will have a short power play. Unfortunately, between screen glitches was when Young was skating towards Wright. I believe Wright tripped him up there.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that was a trip. I'm not sure if that's necessarily valid or not. We were dropping frames there, but nonetheless, we go to 4-on-4 action here for looks like 1:19.
Allen leads 4-1. Grizzlies looking to find a way to climb back into this game. Grant Hebert taking the draw against Zach Sekos. Make sure to follow the Grizzlies on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. If the connection was better, I'd tell you where I'm at on Twitter, but you're just going to have to guess. Allen crosses center ice. Hebert gains the line, gets around Pfizer. Hebert drops it off to the left side. As we're skating 4-on-4, ice is opened up a little bit more as McCauley gets it poked away. Terran Pfizer chasing after it. He gets the puck. Pfizer will skate out, take a shot. He scores. Terran Pfizer gets his team leading 21st of the year. He scores 4-on-4 as he poked it away from Allen and raced to get the puck in the right circle. He got it, and Terran Pfizer puts it away. He was the hero on Sunday with the game-winning goal, and Terran Pfizer high-fives everybody on the Grizzlies bench as he has cut into the Allen lead. But Fizer's been outstanding as of late offensively, and he just showed it right there, turning defense into offense, getting into the transition and not missing his opportunity.
Yeah, Tyson, what a play there by Taryn Fizer. Just makes the whole thing happen and then just totally gets on his horse and beats the Americans defenders on the breakaway. Grizzlies within 2.
Taryn Fizer scores. It might be unassisted as Utah wins the draw. They're back in their own zone, skating from right to left. As Raby couldn't settle it in, now out in front, Allen with a shot, saved by Preek. And it looks like he holds on. Boy, the puck was on the right side. They got it up top. And then Allen from the right wing was able to get it down low to number 77, Grant Hebert. It looks like Preek was able to make a good save there. Allen thought they had their 5th goal of the game, but Preek makes the stop.
Yeah, Tyson, good save there by Lucas Preek. But for the Grizzlies, you just scored a goal. You got to take that momentum and keep running with it. You can't let the tide turn and go immediately back in favor of Allen. You got to ride with what you're cooking here. And so the next few shifts here are going to be critical for the Grizzlies.
We're skating 4-on-4 for the next 42 seconds, and then Ryan Gagnon will come out of the box, and then Allen will have a power play for 41 seconds, and then Cameron Wright will come out of the box. Neither team scored a power play goal yet. Grizzlies win the draw. Zach Secco skates down the middle, take a shot. Saved by Perry. Rebound goes out to Allen as Chris Mallory back behind his net. He collides with a Grizzly. Mallory will skate towards the far side. Now Utah takes it away. Taryn Fizer will skate towards the right side, gets poked away. Screen's glitching again. Sauceman throws it ahead and goes to Kobe McCauley. 12 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Allen leads 4-2. Zach Sekos and Taryn Fizer have Utah's goals. McCauley skates down the middle, gets around Jamison, pokes out to Saucerman on the left side. Gagnon's out of the box. Allen's now on the power play for the next 40 seconds. Saucerman moves ahead, but it's poked away as Penner throws it across to Semick in his pro debut. Semick throws a right wing pass. Jacobs his first name. Grizzlies out in front of the net, and they'll bounce it off the boards. Taken back by Haight Crone. Jamison's in the area. Jamison gets hit in the corner by Mallory. Now Crone on hat trick watch throws to Finley on the right side. Finley gains center ice. He'll throw it back to the left. Allen gets to Finley in the right side near the corner as Jack Combs throws it up top. Liam Finley surveys, throws it across. Mallory in the area. Now Crone back to Mallory. He'll throw it to the left side. Allen skates in. Centering pass to Combs gets poked away. Semick will clear it out. Chasing after it is Cameron Wright. He's fresh out of the box, right behind the net. Looking for a wraparound shot. Saved by Perry. Rebound goes out to Liam Finley. He'll throw it out to center ice. As Allen skates into the offensive zone, they throw it back to the guy in the high slot over to the right. Unfortunately, this screen's pretty tough to describe. As Crone at center ice, right with a back check, takes the puck away. Moves it ahead, looking for Cam Strong. Strong with a shot, saved by Perry. Now right wing, righty shot, saved by Perry. Rebound out in front. Grizzlies get pushed. And it looks like Perry's covered up. Looks like Allen wants to go after Dakota Raby. As looked like Perry had kind of bobbled the puck for a second, and Raby was looking for a rebound. But Perry was able to dive on the puck in front of the crease. And Raby in a little bit of a battle with Mikel Robidoux. Time on the ice. We're back in 30 seconds as Allen leads 4-2. 12-14 left in the second period on the Grizzlies Hockey Network. Twelve 14 left in the second period. Guy of the portion we've seen of the second. What have you seen?
Well, Tyson, I like that the Grizzlies were able to respond with that goal after giving up the goal early on to Allen, just less than a minute in. I like that they were able to get the next one. But it seems like for the Grizzlies, their power play has just really struggled without Andrew Nielsen. It kind of seems to me like the power play, it doesn't really have an identity. And I think the Grizzlies need to find that one guy on the power play that they're going to try and distribute the puck to like they did with Nielsen. Maybe it's Fizer, maybe it's Wright. But the Grizzlies need to find an identity for that power play because right now they got nothing cooking there.
Utah does have a 24-19 shot edge. Cameron Wright who leads all league rookies in shots. He leads the Grizzlies tonight with 5 shots. Wright leads the Grizzlies in a wide margin in that category. Zach Sekos has 3 shots. Sekos with 1 goal, and he's a +1 for Utah here this evening. 12:14 left in the second. Allen leads 4-2. Americans led 3-1 after 1 period. Early in the second period, Justin Young got his first of the year 29 seconds in. Then Taryn Fizer scored a 4-on-4 goal, unassisted, 5:33 in. Draw in the Allen zones won by the Grizzlies as Connor McDonald danced around in the right point. He tried to chip it out to Penner, poked away. It goes to the far side. Now Penner skates towards the point, gets it, fires towards the net, and it goes wide. 12 minutes left in the second period. Allen leads 4-2 as they throw it from one corner to the other. Eric Williams with the backhand pass. He was Norfolk captain earlier this year, was Williams. Puck goes back to Finley. He skates over, gets to McCauley on the right side. McCauley gets around Sure, skates in, shot saved by Preek, and the net goes flying open. Penner in the area. Now looks like Lucas Preek is going to battle with Colby McCauley as McCauley with a push on Preek and Preek with a push back to McCauley. Well, Lucas Preek, one of those guys that he's not going to mess around. You know, if you're getting in front of his net, he's going to make sure he pushes back. And he does so there as the net went flying open. Still 4-2 game as Lucas Preek gets a stick back. And that's one of the things we've noticed with Lucas Preek as of late. You know, he's not going to take anything from anybody. If you're going to get in his crease, he's going to push you.
No, he's a feisty character, Lucas Parikh is, and he's got every right to defend his crease. I stand with Lucas Parikh on this one, and it kind of reminds me of what we saw with Jordan Binnington and Marc-Andre Fleury. That reminds me of what Lucas Parikh and Chase Perry did earlier on when these two teams did meet back in February. So Lucas Parikh, he can go toe-to-toe with anybody.
Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. Over on the right side as both teams make a line change. A partial sellout here on a Thursday night over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. Allen in the red jerseys with white numbers. Grizzlies in a white jersey with black numbers and professional green trim. Sekos to take the draw against Colton Hargrove, who's got 2 assists so far tonight. Grizzlies win the draw. They're bouncing off the near boards. Crone gets it back for Allen. He'll throw it to the near side as Allen feeds it across. They're looking for somebody out in front of the net. It goes to the left point as Allen gets it back towards the behind the net as Zach Sekos delivers a hit on Aiden Brown. Brown with 1 assist so far tonight. Dakota Raby fanned on clearing it out. Now it goes to center ice. Raby will kick it into Allen territory. Americans move it ahead. Hank Crone throws to the left corner. Centering pass goes wide. They're trying to find a cutter out in front of the net. Now Allen back to the near side, but Utah comes out with a puck. Semick moves it ahead. Now Raby gets it left side. Raby skates across the line, tries to get around Sossaman. Sossaman hits him. As both guys battle in the corner. Skating over there's Cameron Wright, along with Hargrove of Allen. And now the Americans get it. They skate around Perry's net as Utah holds them up behind the Allen net. Now Hargrove gets the puck. He'll skate towards the far side as he'll lift it out to center ice. Puck rolls towards Lucas Parikh. Arm is raised by the linesman, and icing is called on the Americans. 10:47 left in the second period. Allen leads 4-2. Draw's going to be out towards Chase Perry. Grizzlies do have the shot edge. Grizzlies, it seems like over the last month, have taken a lot more shots than they did earlier in the season.
Yeah, it does, and I think that's one of the reasons why we're seeing more 5-on-5 offense from the Grizzlies. Is they're just getting pucks on net, and those pucks are going in.
Keaton Jamison will take the draw for Utah against Colton Hargrove. Colton Sossaman out there for Allen, sporting a large beard. Christian Simeone on the ice for Utah as well. He's got 2 goals and 3 assists this year. Draw won by the Grizzlies. They skate towards the left point. They move it around as Mallory over in the right corner gathers the puck as Utah spun it around the wall. As Mallory lifts it out to center ice, gloved and dropped by Utah. Cam Strong in the area. He's in the left point. Strong dances around. He'll throw it across off the far boards to Pouncey. He'll take a shot and it's blocked. As the puck rolls towards the high slot, Martin skates in, shot, and that's blocked as well. As the Americans throw it into the Grizzlies zone. Hank Crone, already 2 goals tonight, tries to get to Hargrove, but he was cutting the other way. Utah crosses center ice, Strong over to Simeone. He'll feed it across off the boards in the right point for Jamison. He'll roll it around to Cam Strong. Now the Grizzlies look for a shot. It's blocked. Allen clears it out. It looks like it's going to be icing on the Americans as we're halfway through the scheduled 60 minutes. As Allen scored the first 2 goals of the game, former Grizzly Eric Williams scored 4:02 in, and then Hank Crone made it 2-0 as he scored his 37th of the year, 7:45 in. Zach Sekos got Utah on the board, 8:42, and with his 11th of the year, late in the first period, Hank Crone got his 38th of the season. Justin Young made it 4-1 Allen, 29 seconds into the second period. Taryn Pfizer cut into the Allen lead. He got his team leading 21st of the year, 5.5 minutes into the second period. As the puck deep in the Grizzlies zone, Connor McDonald and James Shearer in a 2-on-2 battle. Grant Hebert in the area. He comes out of the scrum of the puck. Hebert skates to the right side, centers it, but it bounces off of Penner. Rolls back to Pfizer. Pfizer skates down the middle. Gets spun around to see his Kinney getting into the offensive zone. Allen clears it out to center. Robidoux with the puck. He'll dump it in. He gets around James Shearer. Robidoux got decent speed. He'll throw it behind the net for Fournier. Back to Robidoux. Skates in, shot. And it's blocked by Preek. Puck goes to the near side. Pfizer in the area with Fournier. Fitz throws it out to center. Taken by Tyler Penner, who drives a shot. Saved by Perry. And he holds on as there's a little bit of a it was kind of a tough puck for Perry to handle. 9:10 left in the second. As draw is going to be in the Allen zone. We're back in 30 seconds. Allen leads Utah 4-2 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Guy Carenza. We're hanging out in the lobby at Maverick Center. Not sure what the costume the people on Flow Sports are wearing. They're right there in the doorway, but it looks like everybody's having a good time over there.
Yeah, it does look like they're having a lot of fun over there. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be. Is that supposed to be like steak or some cut of meat?
That's what it might be. I think it might be some meat.
That is interesting. I'm not entirely sure what that might mean, but it looks cool.
Allen leads 4-2, 9 minutes, 10 seconds left in the second. Grizzlies' top forwards have really gotten the job done. Cameron Wright, at least 5 shots on goal. Zach Sekos and Taryn Pfizer have tallied Utah's goals for Allen. It's been their big guns, but their second period goal was scored by Justin Young. Got his first of the year, and for Justin Young, it's his 36th game. Draws in the Allen zone after after Utah took a shot from neutral ice. Eric Williams throws it to the near side. Liam Finley moves it ahead as it goes back to McCauley. He gains center ice 2-on-2. McCauley drops it off for Jack Combs. Back to Mascot. Take a lefty shot and it goes wide. Puck towards the near side. Utah gets tripped up. And I can't believe a call's not made there. That's unbelievable. As Zach Sekos back in his own end. Boy, my screen's glitching, but I could see that from a time zone away. Goes out to the near side. Grizzlies will cross center. Cameron Wright chasing after it. Perry to the side of his net will feed it to the near side. As Allen skating from left to right here in the second period, gets over to Liam Finley on the right. Finley skates towards his left, drops off to the left circle. Back to Finley. He'll take a righty shot. Glove saved by Parikh. And after the whistle, Colby McCauley trying to bait Parikh into pushing him and seeing if he can get a draw penalty, but none to be had. Parikh holds on, and McCauley having some words with Cameron Wright. It looked like Utah got tripped up there in their own zones. They were trying to skate out of it, and no call was made. I was really surprised about that.
Yeah, I kind of questioned that call, but I mean, good save by Lucas Parikh and good on him to not react to what the Americans were trying to do, trying to instigate him. And I really think that if the Grizzlies are going to come back and win this game, I think it's going to start with Lucas Parikh. He's going to be solid for the remainder of this game. And right now, the Americans, they made a fatal mistake. They got Lucas Parikh hot. They got him fired up. And Lucas is at his best when he's all fired up. So it starts with Parikh.
Draw one by the Americans. They're in the offensive zones. They get over to the right side. Ryan Gagnon with a righty shot. Glove saved by Parikh. Lucas holds on. Lucas celebrated his 22nd birthday yesterday. He likes cowboy hats, so I was thinking of maybe getting him a cowboy hat. I didn't do so, though, but he did. I don't know what he got for his birthday. I guess he got a plane ride to Allen, Texas, over in the Dallas area. As a draw won by the Americans is Grant Hebert in the area. Now left wing shot and a score. Somebody off the screen fired towards the net, and the Americans have extended the lead. It's now a 5-2 game as it was scored from the left side. Let's see who skates to the bench first. They turn the lights out. Looks like Mikhail Robidoux. I think he was out in front of the net and might have redirected one. As well, they show the replay, but they just show the celebration. The shooter was off the screen, and we're not sure who it was, but Robideau skated to the bench first, indicating that he has scored his 8th goal of the season. 8:08 left in the second. The goal song that the Allen Americans play, the personalized goal song. Fans are chanting red, red in the building. As faceoff's going to be at center ice, the Americans lead 5-2. 8:08 left in the second. Grizzlies win the draw. They skate from right to left, and Utah needs a comeback. Remember, the Grizzlies have come back in a few games here as of late. Looks like a Grizzly loses his helmet out at center ice. They're trying to accept a pass. Let's see. There's going to be a penalty. Well, there might be a penalty on the puck. Might have just gone out of play. I don't know. They're trying to track the puck here. As Jameson will take the draw. Jared Power is in the left wing. On the right side, I believe, is Vladislav Mikhalchuk. Up top is Shearer and McDonald. Shearer gets it after Utah wins the faceoff. Shearer on the near side moves ahead to Mikhalchuk. Arm is raised by the referee. Let's see. Is there going to be a penalty? I think there is. Who's going to be on, though? Unless it was a delayed offside and they called the Grizzlies on it. Looks like a penalty is going to be called. Robideau's in the area. And Robideau is going to get the penalty. He leads Allen in penalty minutes. He's among league leaders. Mikhail Robideau has been in that spot in the Allen American in their building. He's been in that spot quite a bit in the penalty box. He wears number 32. So Robideau gets a 2-minute penalty. I think roughing's the call. Robideau did get the goal to make it 5-2 as he scored 11:52, and Ryan Gagnon and Stefan Fournier with the assists. Allen leads 5-2. Utah wins the draw. They're on the power play as Bryson Martin throws it back to Sekos. Sekos on the left side, skates towards the corner, gets it back to Raby. Now up top for Shearer. He'll throw it to the right side for Cameron Wright. Now across to Sekos. High slot, lefty shot. Saved by Perry. Cameron Wright is out there trying to redirect it or convert on a rebound, but Perry gets it cleanly. This is a big power play for the Grizzlies if they want to come back in this one.
Yeah, Tyson, this is a really big point in this game. The Grizzlies need to capitalize on this chance. Otherwise, they would be, looks like, 0 for 3 in this game on the power play. They need to get a spark going in this game, and it needs to start now.
Allen's penalty kill is 82% this season. Draw won by the Grizzlies. Shearer across to Pfizer. He's in the right wing. Pfizer skates towards the corner. Now around the net. Pfizer's already got 1 goal tonight. As Pfizer over to the left side. Gets it to Shearer. Back across to Sekos. Right wing shot. And saved by Perry. That wasn't Sekos. He was on the left side. I think that was Shearer who took the shot from the right side. Cameron Wright having a few words with Allen. As Wright tries to get in those dirty areas. And that's really part of what makes him such a good player. Those hustle plays. He made that last Friday in the game winner against Kansas City. He just wasn't going to be denied out in front of the net, and that's how Utah got their second goal in a 2-1 victory over Kansas City. So Cameron Wright, who leads the league with 8 game-winning goals, has made his presence felt once again this evening. Same 5-man unit for the Grizzlies. Off the drop. Whistle blows. Looks like we'll do the draw over again. Zach Sekos for Utah and Liam Finley for Allen. Finley this season has 62 points in 45 games. Draw won by Sekos and the Grizzlies. Raby throws to Shearer. Across to Pfizer. Now to Sekos. He's on the right side near the boards. Up top for Shearer. Back to Pfizer. One-timer. And it's blocked. Puck rolls towards right. Back to Pfizer. Raby over to right in the near goal line. He'll skate towards his right. He'll take a shot, and it goes wide. Right gets tripped up. No call. As Sekos towards the right circle. Skates towards the corner. Halfway through the power plays, Robideau's in the box, 2 minutes for roughing. Shearer throws to the right side for Sekos. As Sekos surveys, he just dances around the right wing. He'll bounce it off the near wing boards for Pfizer. Pfizer skates towards the corner, stops before he gets there, throws up top for Shearer, across to Sekos to take a lefty shot. It goes wide. Raby was looking to redirect it. Pfizer gets the puck off the boards. He'll throw it across. Shearer gets it up top. He'll take a lefty shot. And it goes wide. It might have hit a body as Allen will try to clear it out. Somehow it stays in. Pfizer loses it in the left circle, and Allen will clear it out. Allen skates in. Combs with a shot. Saved by Parikh as a long-range pass connected for Allen. As Sekos in the area throws it across. 15 seconds left in the power play. Grizzlies to the near side as Cameron Wright will carry it across center ice. Tried to dump it in, but couldn't. As he was being challenged. Now Wright gets across. Is now to the far side. Back to Jacob Semick in his pro debut. He dumps it in. Out of the penalty box is Robidoux. He joins the play. Action in the Allen zone. Fitz right wing shot. Saved by Perry. Rebound kicks all the way deep in the Grizzlies zone. Semick chases after it. The Arizona State product in his pro debut. He loses it in the right corner. Hebert, but he loses it trying to locate it. And now it goes back to Hebert. He gets hit by Jamison. Referee spotted it, and no call is made. Jamison gets the puck. He'll carry it out to neutralize. Jamison crosses the center ice logo, left wing pass. And it looked like the Grizzlies bobbled it for a second, and that was Cam Strong, who battles along the boards. 2 Grizzlies and 2 Americans over there. There's power in the area. Puck goes back to Allen as it squirts to Dalton Galley. He crosses center ice. The big defenseman will dump it into the right corner, taken back by Utah. Semick moves it out to center ice. Grizzlies glide after it. Sekos gets to the Allen blue line, dumps it in. Fitz in the area. Fitz was actually the one to dump it in. As it goes over towards Hargrove, the Allen captain is passed to center ice, is picked off by Tho. Tho skates towards the left circle. Lefty shot, and it goes wide. Now it goes to Penner, who has it go out to center ice as he was trying to keep it in the right point. Allen at neutralize, or Grizzlies at neutralize, will dump it in. Taken by Colton Sauceman. 4.5 minutes left in the second period. Allen leads 5-2. Americans cross center ice, chipping off the far boards. Now Allen skates towards the corner. Hargrove gets hit by Penner, and Hargrove pushes Penner. Puck now to the right side. Hank Crone gets it across, left point. Allen fires towards the net, and it goes wide as it glides along the near boards. Allen leads 5-2, 4:13 and counting left in the second. Grizz move it ahead, but it goes past Simeone. McCallcheck in the area, and we get an American that's down. Chris Mallory, bear hugs Vladislav Michalchuk. Aaron Tho's in the area. As it looked like there was an American that was on the ice. Might have been Robidoux. Michalchuk and Mallory are in a bear hug. The 2 linesmen are trying to separate them. I think off the screen, Michalchuk must have delivered a big hit that shook up an American. It looked like from the glance that I saw that could have been Robidoux. So it looks like Michalchuk and Mallory are each going to the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. Or Michalchuk is. I'm not sure if Mallory is, though. Michalchuk's going in. Well, it looked like Mallory was skating towards the bench, though, and not the penalty box. Good to see that same guy sitting in the penalty box area. I met him a few years ago. Really nice guy. Also does the penalty box stuff for the Dallas Stars. Looks like there's a timeout now, and it's going to be on a power play when we come back. Allen leads 5-2. We're back in 30 seconds on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverick's new Bean-to-Cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your adventure.
Vladislav Michalchuk gets 2 minutes for boarding, 15:52 into the second period. I'm Tyson Whiting. Allen leads 5-2. It's a 2-minute penalty for Michalchuk. We didn't get to see a replay, but it looked like he hit Mikhail Robidoux pretty good. Colton Hargrove will take the draw in the left circle against Cam Strong of Utah. Strong wins the draw. Grizzlies moving out to center ice. Pass goes to Jamison. It was actually Jamison that took the face off. He skates towards his right shot, saved by Perry as the puck squirts towards the right point. As Allen battles, Jamison gets it. He's at the Allen blue line. He's in the zone. Now he gets it back to neutral ice. We'll throw it back to the Utah blue line, and the Grizzlies will clear it out. I wonder if every viewer on Flow Sports has this glitching screen that we get, or if they're just watching a very smooth feed. I don't know. Puck goes to center ice. Allen in the area. We got a comment section on YouTube. Let us know how your viewing experience is if you're watching the game. Hargrove to the right side. Centers to Crone. Shot goes wide. Now Hargrove to the left. McDonald in the area. He goes down. Puck goes back to the corner. Penner tries to clear it out. It glides towards the left point. Mallory keeps it in. He'll throw it to Crone, who's got 2 goals and 1 assist tonight. Back to Combs, over to Mallory. Now to Crone, who glided towards the left side. He'll feed it to the far goal line for Finley. Back to Crone. Now up top for Chris Mallory. Back to the right side. Combs trying to kick it from the right side. Gets poked away. Mallory in the left side keeps the puck in. As it goes back to Crone, he gets to Mallory. Lefty one-timer goes wide. As puck glides towards the right side, Hargrove will throw it back to the near goal line for Combs. Back to Hargrove. Allen patient with their approach. They throw it to Mallory. Now it's the left side for Finley. It glanced off his stick, and he loses it. Penner gathers it in the corner, and he clears it out. Rare mistake by Liam Finley as both teams make a line change. 30 seconds left in Allen's power plays. Michalchuk got 2 minutes for boarding. Special teams haven't really played a big factor here tonight, although Allen did score 1 second after a power play late in the first period. Skating in Hebert, lefty shot, and it goes high over the crossbar. Hebert battles on the right side near the boards. As Jacob Semick over there in his pro debut, he battles with Hargrove. Puck squirts towards the right point. As Saucerman will take a righty shot. Saved by Parikh. And Lucas holds on. 4 seconds left in the Allen power play. 2:12 left in the second period. And the Americans lead 5-2. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. And they show the redirection. That I believe that was the Michalchuk goal that they showed a quick glance of. Is taking the draw is going to be Stephon Fournier for Allen. Zach Sekos has taken quite a few faceoffs for the Grizz, and Sekos has taken a lot of the big faceoffs for the Grizzlies here recently. As draws over to the right side, Sekos and Stephon Fournier draw one by the Grizzlies as Bryson Martin throws it out to center ice. And out of the penalty box is Vladislav Michalchuk. 2 minutes left in the second period. Allen leads 5-2. Martin throws to center ice for Michalchuk. Vladdy gets the puck, skates towards the left circle. Feeds across to Pfizer. Take a shot. He scores! Taryn Pfizer gets his second of the game. And it's now a 5-3 contest. By Michalchuk out of the penalty box. Joined the play for about 10 seconds. He got the puck. He skated towards the left circle. Fed it across to Pfizer. And Taryn was all alone, and he put it away. So Pfizer, with 2 goals here in the second period, he leads the club with 22 goals. And what a second period for Taryn. He's been outstanding.
Yeah, Tyson, man, this guy's on a tear. Taryn Pfizer, no pun intended there, but Taryn Pfizer, he's been absolutely incredible for the Grizzlies, and he shines yet again. 2 goals in 1 period. Taryn Pfizer, he's having himself a night.
So Pfizer gets the goal. Michalchuk will get an assist. We'll see if there's a second assist added a little bit later. But it's 5-3 now as Utah scored 2 goals here in the second period. In fact, both teams have 2 goals here in the second. As the Grizzlies have the puck in their own zone, skating from right to left. As Shearer moves it ahead, goes back to Allen. They'll ricochet it off the official. And now Allen gets it back. Eric Williams with a rink-wide pass. Allen gets it to the left looking for McCauley. Gets poked away by Raby. Now it's in the Grizzlies zone. Raby takes it away. As he'll move it ahead. Grizzlies, a minute and a half left in the second period as Cameron Wright skates down the middle. Tries to get around McCauley. Eric Williams will throw it to the near side, taken by Raby. Gets it back to Fitz. He'll skate towards his right. He'll take a righty shot. Saved by Perry. And he holds on. 1:19 left in the second. But the Grizzlies really are being more aggressive here offensively, and it looks like it's paying off.
Yeah, Tyson, it does. You mentioned the Grizzlies were out shooting the Americans earlier. As of last time I checked, maybe they just took another shot here. So it looks like they're up to 33-24 on the Americans in terms of shots in this game. I think that's the reason why the Grizzlies scoring is up over the last couple of months or so, is they've been taking more shots on goal. They're getting quality opportunities and they're cashing in.
Draw's going to be in the left circle. Sekos will take it. He's got Cam Strong to his left. Up top is Jacob Semick. Taryn Pfizer's on the ice. He's now on hat trick watch. He's got 2 goals. Hank Crone also on hat trick watch with Allen. Crone has 2 goals and 1 assist. Big game in the standings. Allen can gain a tie of third with a regulation victory. Tied with third with Utah and Wichita. Off the draw, looks like they focus in on Justin Young, who scored his first goal of the season. Young gets the puck. He crosses center and dumps it in. Parikh behind his net as it goes back over. Pfizer in the area. Allen gets around Pfizer. They try to feed the circle. Jacob Semick picks it off. Now goes to center ice. Utah chasing after it. Cam Strong, shot saved by Perry. As now Allen gets it, they cross center ice. Justin Young skates down the middle. Now he veers off to the right as he gets around Aaron Tho. Young around the net. We'll throw it up top. Lefty shot. Saved by Parikh. And the whistle blows. 42.7 seconds left in the second. After the whistle, some words being exchanged. Aaron Tho in the area. Colton Hargrove. Hargrove can play physical at times. And these are 2 of the top penalty minute teams in the league. I think Utah's second and Allen is in third. Fort Wayne's picked up quite a few penalty minutes as of late, and they're now the leader in the clubhouse. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone, so at some point here, this series probably is going to get real physical. It hasn't yet, although Michalchuk did deliver a hit, we believe, on Robidoux. But I think Robidoux's back in the game. Draw one by Allen. They'll throw it over to the left side. Shot off the screen. Goes wide, I believe. Combs has it in the right side. They'll throw it across. Half a minute left in the second period. Mallory winds and fires, and it's blocked in front of Parikh. Grizzlies get it. Utah starts the attack. They throw it around center ice. Pass ahead is picked off. Grizzlies get it back and neutralized. Jamison dumps it in. Perry throws to Mallory. He'll throw it to the far side. 15 seconds left. Allen crosses center ice. They move it ahead to McCauley. McCauley being shadowed by Raby. Throws up top to Mallory. Lefty one-timer. Saved by Parikh. Lucas holds on. 7 seconds left in the second. And for the Grizzlies, remember, they were down by 2 last Saturday against Kansas City, 4-2, and the Grizzlies scored 2 in the third and eventually won in a shootout. In the first half of the year, the Grizzlies really did struggle coming from behind lately. Over the last month, the Grizzlies with a standing point in 10 out of their last 12 games, and a big part of that is the fact that the Grizzlies have done a good job coming from behind. They've done a good job playing with the lead, but they've also done a good job here on a few occasions when they've fallen behind and getting back in the game. Draw goes towards the corner. Both teams battle, and that'll do it for second period action. Nothing really happened there after that face-off. Nobody was able to really get possession, and that'll do it for 2 periods. Both teams scored 2 goals after Allen had a 3-1 lead after 1 period of play. It's the Americans 5 and the Grizzlies 3. We'll recap the first 2 periods when we come back, as once again, the score after 40 minutes over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center, the Allen Americans 5 and the Utah Grizzlies 3. We're back in 2 minutes on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
Second intermission over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. Allen leads Utah 5-3. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Guy Krenz. We're hanging out the lobby at Maverick Center. And unfortunately, the lobby at Maverick Center's internet might not be as good as it used to be. Unfortunately, the screen's frozen on us just enough to where I sound like an incompetent fool. I apologize for those listening on YouTube. I'm trying to describe the game the best I can, but unfortunately, it's been a little bit difficult. Allen led 3-1 after 1 period. Both teams scored 2 goals in the second. Eric Williams, a former Grizzly, got on the board. He's making his Allen Americans debut. He was recently acquired in a trade. He scored 402, and Liam Finley and Zachary Massacott with the assists. Hank Crone made it 2-0 as he scored 7:45 in. It's Crone's 37th of the year and first of 2 in the game. Aiden Brown and Colton Hargrove with the assists. Zach Sekos is the Optum first goal of the game scorer. Optum is creating a healthier world, one insight, one connection, and one person at a time. As Sekos scored his 11th of the year, Wright and Raby with the assist. It was Wright that got the main assist, chipping it out in front of the net to Sekos. So that forward line combined on Utah's first goal. Allen got a power play late in the first period as Cameron Wright got an interference minor, 17:46 in. The Americans were extremely patient with their approach on the power play, just working the puck from one side to the other. They had the puck in the offensive zone quite a bit, but they weren't really firing towards the net. And then Jack Combs at the very end of the power play threw it. He was over in the far goal line, chipped it out and crossed out in front to Crone. Pass connected, and Crone essentially had an empty net. As really the big thing was whether the pass was going to connect. And really, it's surprising that it does because there was two Grizzlies in the area next to Combs, but Cameron Wright couldn't do anything about it. As the power play was over, but it was 1 second after the power play ended when Allen found the back of the net. 19:47 into the first. Allen led 3-1 after one period. The Grizzlies outshot the Americans 16-14 in the first period. Utah had a shot edge in the second period as well, 18-13, as the Grizzlies have outshot the Americans 34-27. So a lot of shots here tonight. That's almost a full game worth of shots here through two periods. Allen scored 29 seconds into the second period as Justin Young got his first goal of the season as he redirected a Colton Sossaman shot as Sossaman fired away from the right circle. Hank Crone also with an assist, so Crone's got 2 goals and 1 assist tonight. At that point, 29 seconds into the second, Allen led 4-1. Taryn Pfizer on a 4-on-4 situation, got to the right side, got the puck, just kind of threw it over to the right circle, chased after it, got it, and was able to fire away as Pfizer gets an unassisted goal, 5:33 into the second. That cut into the Allen lead, but Allen picked up another goal. We believe Mikhail Robidoux redirected a shot from the left side. Ryan Gagnon and Stefan Fournier with the assist. Unfortunately, we didn't get much of a look at, nor did we really get much of a replay at it, but we do know that Robidoux skated to the bench first, and he redirected the Gagnon shot. Robidoux now has 8 goals this season, and he scored 11:52 in. And then Robidoux picked up a penalty 17 seconds later. He got a tripping minor, 12:09 into the second. Vladislav Mikalchuk got a boarding minor. He delivered a big hit, and then Chris Mallory went after Mikalchuk, but Mikalchuk got the only penalty. Mallory didn't get anything for the bear hug on Mikalchuk. But the Grizzlies killed off the penalty. Both teams are 0 for 3 on the power play, but remember, Allen did score 1 second after that power play ended. For the Grizzlies, they killed off the penalty, and once Mikalchuk came out of the penalty box, he joined the play, and he got the puck about 10 seconds after he came out of the box, skated towards the left circle of the offensive zone, got it across to Pfizer. Once Pfizer got the pass from tape to tape from Mikalchuk, he was all alone, and Pfizer put it away in a very similar spot to where he scored his first goal from the right side. He scored his second goal of the night and 22nd of the season, 18:06 in. Mikalchuk and Martin with the assist. So Bryson Martin gets his 9th assist of the season. Mikalchuk with the main assist. It's his 6th of the year. So it's 5-3 Allen. Grizzlies, I thought, played a pretty even second period with the Americans, and it's great to see Taryn Pfizer step up and play well over the last couple weeks. He now leads the club with 22 goals, but Guy, what did you really see from that second period? What I saw really was an evenly played one, but obviously Allen, with a 3-1 lead after one period, still leads by 2.
Yeah, Tyson, I think that's pretty accurate. It really was an even period. Grizzlies were down by 2 when they came into the period. Now they're also, again, down by 2 once more. And really 2 goals apiece for each team, pretty even. There were things that I liked, things that I didn't like. I liked the way that the Grizzlies showed a sense of hustle. Taryn Pfizer especially, he came out, and it seemed like he was ready to play. He had 2 goals in that period. But the power play is kind of lacking right now, and the Grizzlies need to find a way to fix that and fix that soon. But I mean, there were good parts of the period for the Grizzlies, and there were parts where they kind of stepped back. And when they did step back a little bit, that's when Allen took advantage of it. So I think for the Grizzlies, if you play a full complete 20 minutes here in the third and really give it your all, I think they have a good chance to tie this thing up.
Often with defensemen, it's usually what they do away from the puck, and unfortunately in this case, away from the screen, where they end up making a difference. And so because of that, it's hard to really get a good gauge as to what Jacob Semick has done in his 2 periods. But it looks like Semick belongs, with the size-speed ratio that he has. He seems to make good decisions with the puck from what we saw. I think the Grizzlies have a keeper there on the former ASU product.
Yeah, Tyson, I agree. In his first game as a pro, I think he's looked pretty solid, and I think he's only going to get better as time goes on. It's got to be difficult to play your first game as a pro on the road, especially in a hostile environment like Allen. against a physical team like the Allen Americans. So I think he's going to find his way onto this team quite nicely. And I think he's going to be a good piece for the Grizzlies as they push for the playoffs here.
Grizzlies have been outstanding as of late. They've got a standing point in 11 of their last 13 games. They've also got a standing point in 7 straight road games. But the Grizzlies did struggle at Maverick Center in the month of February against the Americans. And unfortunately, with the high-powered attack that Allen has, it just seems like there's just something about them that, where they're able to have success against the Grizzlies it's hard to really put a finger to it, but it seems like with Allen, they've earned just about every goals they've gotten. They work the puck around so well. And when everybody's a scoring threat, you just work it around, get the open guy, and they're able to get one scoring chance after another as a result. And it looks like that's the case here again tonight.
Yeah, Tyson, I think that's why Allen has had so much success over the last couple of months is that they've just been able to outscore their opponents. I mean, we've seen the Grizzlies with 3 goals here. There were times at Maverick Center where they scored enough goals to where they should have won the game, but Allen, their offense was just overpowering the Grizzlies, and they were able to just outscore them. And the thing is it's not just the Grizzlies. It seems like any team that goes up against Allen, if you can't outscore them, usually if you lose every game, you can't outscore your opponent. But I mean, what I'm saying is the Allen American offense is so high powered that when you get into like a high powered offensive shootout against them, where games are the score is like 5-3 or 5-4, where it's higher than normal, usually those teams lose against Allen. So it's usually the teams that are able to contain the Americans' offense. We saw the Steelheads do it not too long ago. If you're able to contain the Americans' offense, then you're going to be able to beat them. But right now, the Grizzlies, and over the last few times that they've met the Americans, they just haven't had an answer for what Allen's thrown at them.
Yeah, high-scoring game ends up favoring what Allen wants to do and what their style of play is. Well, the Grizzlies have come back in third periods before. We saw last Saturday overcoming a 4-2 deficit. Last month in Orlando, overcame a 3-goal deficit to force overtime and out. Orlando eventually won that game, but it was certainly good to see the Grizzlies get a standing point there. Now, Utah, if they're able to come back and get a victory, they can take second place in the Mountain Division. If not, Allen will be tied with Utah and Wichita for third place in the division. But, what really I've noticed in the Grizzlies' comeback attempts, it just seems to be they just seem to have that extra gear in the third period. It just seems like there's something about, playing hard for 60 minutes. And for the Grizzlies, it's just that never say die attitude. It doesn't seem to be anything special. It just seems to be that the Grizzlies just seem to find a way to take it to another level when they're behind in a game. That's what they did last Saturday, and you hope that that's what they're able to do here in the third period.
Yeah, Tyson, they're going to have to find a way to do that here in the final frame in Allen. And I look at Terran Pfizer as the guy that's really going to lead the charge. I thought he was the most outstanding player for the Grizzlies in the second period. I mentioned before he had that hustle, he had that grit, and he was there when the Grizzlies needed him. And so if the rest of the team can really take that attitude, take that momentum, and carry it into the third period, I think the Grizzlies are going to be fine and tie this thing up.
It's the only game in the league here tonight. Looks like there's a few NHL games this evening. Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, defeat Ottawa 5-4. Coincidentally enough, Ottawa's ECHL team is the Allen Americans. So, Colorado gets a 5-4 victory over Ottawa. And as I mentioned before, Ottawa's ECHL affiliate is the Allen Americans. In a shootout, Tampa Bay defeats New Jersey 4-3. Rangers over the Penguins 4-2. Panthers open up a can on the Canadians 9-5 the final there. First intermission, Edmonton leads Dallas 2-0. 19 minutes left in the third. Boston leads Winnipeg 2-0. Second intermission, Blackhawks lead the Predators 2-0. Beginning in a few minutes at 8 o'clock, Canucks are at the Coyotes. Also at 8 o'clock, Flames are at the Golden Knights. And at 8:30, Blue Jackets are at the Kings. And the Kraken are at the San Jose Sharks. When we come back in 2 minutes, we will go over some more scores from around the world of sports. We'll also talk about who's been hot for the Grizzlies as of late, as Allen leads 5-3 here in the second intermission on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Guy Krenza. Allen leads 5-3. We're hanging out here at Maverick Center in the lobby, and the Grizzlies are over in Allen, Texas, which is about a 30-minute drive to Dallas. You know, the traffic can be pretty bad over there in the Metroplex. Connor McDonald's been outstanding for the Grizzlies. He's an even in the plus-minus, but over his last 12 games coming into play tonight, he's a +11. Aaron Tho is a +1 tonight. He is now a +12 in his last 13-plus games. And Aaron Tho and Connor McDonald, they don't play on the same defensive line. Usually you see two defensemen play on the same pairing, and they end up with great plus-minuses. It's kind of interesting that Tho and McDonald don't necessarily play defensively on the same line all that often. We did see Dakota Raby getting assists in the first period. Raby now has a point in 11 of his last 13 games, and Raby, who was outstanding in the last homestand, he got the game winner in the shootout last Saturday in the middle game against Kansas City, and then this past Sunday, he got 1 goal and 1 assist and led the Grizzlies to a 3-2 victory. Taryn Fizer has been about a point a game for the Grizzlies over the last 20 games. He's got 21 points in his last 20 games coming into play tonight, and obviously Fizer has 2 goals here this evening, both of them coming in the second period. Cam Strong's been, strong for the Grizzlies lately. He's got 10 points in his last 12 games coming into play tonight. He's a +9 in his last 9 games. One guy the Grizzlies are without, and we don't really mention the scratches too much, and we probably should. The Roosters out for the 4th straight game due to an injury. Johnny Walker is out for the, 2nd straight game due to an injury. And the Grizzlies also without Corey Thomas, who's battling an injury. Hopefully Thomas will get back to the Grizzlies lineup here in the next week or two. And Victor Bartley's also out of the Grizzlies lineup tonight. And Garrett Metcalf is the 3rd goaltender as Trent Miner is the backup. I actually saw Garrett Metcalf earlier today. He was trying to get to the locker room and get a workout in. But, Guy, you think about some of those losses, and I know that Johnny Walker's excited to play with Jacob Semick once again. Those guys were teammates at ASU for a few years. And when Walker and Semick get back on the ice, it could be a pretty good pairing. And with Walker, it's interesting to see the Grizzlies. I think they've done a good job here in the first 2 periods of getting traffic out in front of the net. And that's one of the things that when Johnny Walker's out there, he gets out in front of the net. And I think Cameron Wright, in particular, he's been somebody over the last few games that he's done a great job getting out in front of the net. But Johnny Walker is one of those. He's got great hands that can redirect things, and he's certainly been missed by the Grizzlies.
Yeah, Tyson, I'm really excited to see that pair reunited in Grizzlies uniforms. And unfortunately for Johnny Walker, he's just been bitten with the injury bug a few times here this season. So I hope to see him back out on the ice because I love watching him play. I mean, if you watch any of the Grizzlies players and you pay attention to him, watch Johnny Walker when he's on the ice. He's a lot of fun to watch. Brings a lot of physicality to his game. You mentioned him getting out in front of the net. He also has a wicked shot. So Johnny Walker, he's a lot of fun to watch, and I hope to see him back on the ice soon.
Allen leads 5-3. We'll tell you this one ends when we come back in 30 seconds on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Expectations here will always remain high, and we'll continue to find a way.
guys put together. A lot of good games, you know.
Did the Grizzlies have another comeback in them? Utah came back from a 4-2 deficit this past Saturday against Kansas City. Allen leads 5-3 heading into the third. Puck is dropped. Allen wins the draw. Americans skate from our right to our left as we see it on Flow Sports. Grizzlies skating from left to right. Allen wins the draw. Hargrove skates towards the left side. Lefty shot. Saved by Parikh. And 12 seconds into the third period, we get a whistle. And it looked like a routine shot that bounced off of Parikh. I'm a little bit surprised that we got a whistle. Net must have gotten dislodged or something away from the screen, causing the whistle to blow. But the draw is going to be in the Grizzlies zone to the left side. Looked like the puck stayed in play, too. Not sure about why the whistle blew. Hargrove will take the draw against Zach Sekos. Second faceoff here in the third period. This time it's won by Allen. Their second straight faceoff win is Hank Crone will throw it towards the right side. Combs skates towards the corner, feeds it back to Hargrove on the near side. Hargrove battles with Pfizer. Pfizer knocks down Hargrove. Pfizer gets the puck. He's on hat trick watch. He's got 2 goals tonight. He crosses center ice and dumps it in. Cam Strong chases after it. Perry to the side of his net, throws it towards the near boards. As they're in Tho battles, Cameron Wright delivers a big-time hit. As the puck goes back to center ice, Connor McDonald. His pass is picked off by Hargrove. Hargrove skates to the corner, gets it, centers it out in front to Young. Shot saved by Parikh. Good job by Lucas closing up the door. As left point, Mass caught with a shot, and it's blocked by Raby. It goes back to the Allen blue line. Americans move it ahead to Crone, who's got 2 goals and an assist tonight. Over to Hargrove. He skates towards the left corner. Raby in the area. McDonald pushes Hargrove. Now Crone gets the puck. They'll throw it up top, and it's taken away by McDonald. Grizzlies throw it to the right side for Raby. Raby gets it. Right wing pass to right. Right skates towards the right circle. Take a shot, and it glances off the stick of Massicott and flies out of play. As we get a whistle, 18:48 left in the third. Really, you think about if the Grizzlies are going to come back in this game, that line of Raby, Sekos, and Wright might end up having to be the one to come up big.
Yeah, Tyson, that seems to be the Grizzlies' energy line. Whenever you need a big goal, it seems to be coming from that line, from one of those big 3 for the Grizzlies. So I'll expect them to make an impact here in the third.
Penner will take the draws out there with Wright and Raby as Allen wins the draw. Now left point, Penner fires towards the net. It glances off of Wright and goes wide to the corner. Allen spins along the wall. Jack Combs fumbles it for a second. Raby in the corner. Battles with Massicott. Wright skates over there. Wright gets the puck. He'll throw it from one corner to the other. It glides along the boards towards the left point. Martin tries to keep it in, but he falls down. Allen gets it. Jack Combs looks to center it. Centering pass connect. Shot and a score. Or Finley's wondering. Looked like Finley had scored. Now the lights go off, and Finley looks like he's found the back of the net as the Americans get some insurance. 6-3. Looked like he wasn't sure for a second. Goal light must have been slow to come off as Finley high-fives everybody on the Allen bench. The light show is on in Allen. As looks like it's now a 6-3 game. That's why Allen got that centering pass through from the left side as Finley was cutting towards the middle. It's his 29th of the season. They might take a second look at this. I'm not sure the officials are so convinced that a goal was scored there. Looks like everybody's just kind of standing around. The lights went off. Finley high-fived everybody on the Americans bench. It doesn't quite look like they might have. It doesn't look like. It's hard to say. It's still 5-3. Looks like the official might be taking a look at this.
Well, we'll see what transpires out of this. But the unfortunate thing. Oh no. Okay.
No goal. Goal was waved off. We don't get a replay to say one way or another. Why Finley thought he had scored. Looked like he convinced the guy to turn off the lights, but it looks like no goal was scored. So it stays a 5-3 game. That's certainly big. That keeps the Grizzlies in this one. Another Allen goal could have been too much to overcome. Draw's going to be in the near circle. Keaton Jamison will take it against Grant Hebert. I wish we had gotten a replay to let you know one way or another what we saw, but no goal was scored on the play. Draw won by the Americans as they're in the offensive zone. Hebert in the area, so is Dalton Galleys. The puck rolls along the wall. Robidoux battles with Shearer as he'll feed it behind the net as Stephane Fournier gets pushed by McDonald. Both guys go down as they tangle up in the corner. Now both guys get back to their feet. Looks like the whistle blows. But can you call a penalty on one guy, if not the other? As McDonald and Fournier both went down. It looks like both guys are skating towards the penalty box. Both McDonald for Utah and Fournier for Allen are get penalties. It looks like we're going to skate 4-on-4, 18:01 left in the third. It looked like they were both just skating towards the corner. Then both guys just kind of drag each other to the ice. And it looks like both guys get called for it.
Yeah, Tyson, and I'm okay with that call. Like you said, if they both go down like that, might as well take them both. You really can't single one out over the other. And so you go back to 4-on-4. And remember, the Grizzlies did score a 4-on-4 goal in the second period. So you got to think this might favor the Grizzlies here.
And the Grizzlies did score 4-on-4. Utah this season has scored 5 goals in a 4-on-4 situation. They've allowed 4 of them this season. Grizzlies, 59 standings points. A victory would get them in second place in the Mountain Division. Right now, they're tied with Wichita for third. Grizzlies win the draw. They move it ahead. Zach Sekos crosses the center ice. Right wing pass to Pfizer. Pfizer gains the line, skates towards his left. Back to Sekos, one-timer, and he fanned on it. As it goes back to Saucerman, the beard. He gets the puck battling with Pfizer. He'll chip it over to the near corner. Hank Crone moves it ahead. Martin cuts it off on the right point. Across to Semick. Now centers it to Sekos. He swings and misses for the second time here in the 4-on-4. A minute 30 left in the 4-on-4 as Hank Crone gains the offensive line. Puck lifts in the air. Hargrove couldn't get it. Bryson Martin moves it ahead to Pfizer. Pfizer dancing around in his own zone in the near side as he surveys. Grizzlies make a line change around him as Pfizer whips it across to right, who moves it ahead. Sure, back to Pfizer. Taryn gains the line right side, drops it off to Tho. As Tho skates towards the right side, centers to Pfizer. One-timer, and it goes wide. Tho skates towards the far corner as he's being shadowed by Massicott. Tho gets to right, skates around the net. He's now on the right side, right, being shadowed by Massicott. Skates towards the point. He moves it ahead to Tho. Tho skates in. Allen pokes it away. Raby skates in left side towards the circle. Lefty shot saved by Perry. Rebound goes out to Raby. He keeps the puck. He skates towards his left. Now Raby's back to the left circle. I tried to chip it across and looking for right out in front. It bounced off the skate and rolls towards the right corner. Crone in the area. He gets to Massicott, who skates around Allen's net. Right in the area. Massicott with a left wing pass. He didn't get much on it. Sure picks it off. He'll throw it towards Raby. Now Wright gathers it. 25 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Tho over to Raby. Back to Tho on the left side. Tho skates around the net. He gets it poked away. Mallory pushed him. Mallory gets it. He's trying to break free from Tho as Mallory throws a pass. It's picked off. Cameron Wright to the right side. He'll take a righty shot. Saved by Perry. Rebound goes out to Allen. The Americans cross center ice. 2-on-2. Allen skates towards the right side. Finley with a shot. Saved by Parikh. And Parikh had to dive in the air as Cameron Wright was falling down in front of his ankles. Parikh was able to clear Cameron Wright. Stays a 5-3 game. We're now skating 5-on-5 as the whistle blows. 16:01 left in the third. Well, a good chance there for Allen at the end of the 4-on-4, and Lucas Parikh was able to make the save.
Yeah, Tyson, good save there by Lucas Parikh to deny that chance for Allen, but I really liked what the Grizzlies did in the American zone. Sekos had a few cracks at it, but the one-timers just wasn't able to get enough of the puck to really make a good attempt there. Man, the Grizzlies were buzzing.
Allen leads 5-3. 15:53 left in the third. Americans might have been called for offside. Draw's gonna stay in the Grizzly zone. Unfortunately, we're late to get back to play there, and by then the whistle had already blown again. Robidoux on the ice for Allen. Grant Hebert will take the draw. Jamison will take the face-off for Utah. Jamison's been outstanding over the last month. The draw won by the Grizzlies. Bryson Martin will whip it over to the far side, and now it goes back to Jamison, who skates down the middle. Left wing pass to Fitz. Fitz skates towards the left circle. Take a righty shot that goes wide. Puck glides towards the right point. Michalczyk battles with Fournier. Fournier gets it, throws it to Hebert. Now back to Robidoux. It bounced off his skate, and Allen gets it back in their own end as Ryan Gagnon will feed it across as Allen glides to center ice looking for Hebert. He couldn't handle it. Moves ahead to Robidoux. Robidoux skates towards the corner and gets hit by Jamison. Robidoux wanted a penalty, none to be had. As Hebert falls down, Martin was in the area, no call. Robidoux behind the goal line, chips to Fournier, trying to get it back to Robidoux out in front. Parikh looks like he's trying to cover it up. A lot of action out in front. Robidoux, and it looks like Parikh has covered up with 15:08 left in the third. Well, good job by Allen trying to get the puck there in that scoring position there with Robidoux and Fournier, but the Grizzlies were able to cover up in the crease, and that's really, when you talk about, what makes Allen such a good team, they're able to get the puck over in those scoring areas, and they're able to get the puck there. Seems to be on a consistent basis.
Yeah, Tyson, the thing about Allen is they're really decisive. They make smart decisions, and they do it very quickly. Catches a lot of teams off guard.
Grizzlies win the draw. And sure gets to Connor McDonald. Utah skates from left to right here in the third period. McDonald with a rink-wide pass to Cam Strong. Over to Zach Sekos. Sekos over to the left side. Looks like he's throw it up top for sure. Lefty one-timer. Saved by Perry. Now it goes back to Sekos. He skates in. And now he gets it poked away out to center. Sekos over to McDonald. Now to Sekos. Save rebound one-timer. Can't turn. Pfizer hacking away. Pfizer throws to Sekos. Net gets dislodged as Cam Strong and Colton Sauceman battle. Whistle blows. 14:41 left in the third. Boy, Sekos and Pfizer just about combined on one there. Pfizer was over to the right side, and he had a rebound chance with an opportunity for his third of the game. It just missed by that much.
Yeah, Tyson. Oh, man, dude. Darren Pfizer, he was so close to getting the hat trick there, but he just couldn't get a good handle on the puck there. But I really like what the chances that the Grizzlies are getting. They're moving around very nicely. And I think it's only a matter of time before they get that next goal.
Allen leads 5-3. Nobody has scored here so far in the third period. Draw's going to come back to neutral ice. Tyler Penner will take it. He's got Cameron Wright to his right and Dakota Raby to his left. Aaron throws one of the defensemen up top as Allen wins the draw. Sauceman will carry it out to neutral ice, and he'll dump it in as the puck bounces off the boards. No icing as Jack Combs skates around. Wraparound shot saved by Preek. Rebound shot by McCauley hits the side of the net. As now McCauley gets it. He'll throw it up top as Mallory skates towards his left. Now to Sauceman, right side. Shot goes wide. The puck ends up in the near corner. Grizzlies moving out to Cameron Wright. He battles with McCauley. McCauley has to go past him as he goes into the American zone. Allen gets the puck as we're less than 14 minutes left in regulation. Allen crosses center. Mallory tried to dump it in, and Raby picks it off. Raby skates towards the right circle. I look to center to Penner. Mallory cuts it off and throws to the corner. Penner centers the throw, take a lefty shot. Oh, I thought he had scored, and looks like Aaron Tho has scored. Tho finds the back of the net as he gets it past Chase Perry. It's his fifth of the season as Aaron Tho goes to high-five everybody on the Grizzlies bench. And Utah's cut into the Allen lead. It's a 5-4 game. Well, Tho every now and then just finds himself in that good spot. He was able to get a good shot from the slot and didn't get a great look at it, but he started celebrating, and the Grizzlies have cut into the lead.
Yeah, Tyson, and I told you, just they're knocking on the door, the Grizzlies were, and it seemed like it was only a matter of time before they were going to get that next goal. They were really pushing the narrative in the offensive zone, and it's Aaron Tho. He seems to be one of those clutch performers for the Grizzlies now as he's scored, and he's cut the Grizzlies. He's got the Grizzlies within one here.
Wonder if they're taking another look at this one as everybody's near the Grizzlies bench. It looks like we're going to get a video replay, and it's signaled a good goal. Good goal, says the referee, Austin O'Rourke, and it's now a 5-4 game as Aaron Tho gets his fifth of the year. We didn't get a replay. Unfortunately, we couldn't tell you anything, and unfortunately, our screen's been glitching here. It seems like the whole night, but Aaron Tho gets the goal for Utah's fifth of the year. We'll tell you who gets the assist a little bit later as it's a 5-4 game, 13:42 left in the third. Allen wins the faceoff. They skate from right to left as the Americans will throw it deep into their own zone. Ryan Gagnon chases after it. McCallchuck in the area as Gagnon moves ahead. Jameson over in the area, goes to the left point. James Shearer fires towards the net. Shot saved by Perry. Grizzlies get to the left side. Fitz throws it up top for Shearer. Shot, and it's blocked. It was blocked by Robidoux. Robidoux had that one hurt a little bit as Allen clears it out to center. Shearer over to Jameson. Jameson hangs around neutral ice. Now he throws it to his left for Fitz. Fitz fires towards the net. Kick saved by Perry. McCallchuck to the left side. I tried to get Jameson cutting behind the net, and Jameson overskated it. Allen lifts it out to center ice. Puck is gathered by Shearer in the Grizzlies zone. Across to McDonald, who glides it ahead. As Jameson in the area, he gets double-teamed at the Allen blue line. As Jameson poked away, and now it rolls towards Tho. Tho, the Grizzlies goal scorer, back to McDonald. McDonald fanned on the pass. Rolls towards the near boards. Allen gathers it. As Young dumps to the corner, puck rolls towards Preet behind the net, who feeds it back to the near side. Grizzlies have it overskate on Sekos' puck. Now back to the slot. Crone was trying to accept it. Sekos takes it away. Pass ahead to Pfizer. He couldn't reach it. And it looks like the whistle blows. Icing on the Grizzlies with 12:21 left in the third. Utah trails 5-4 as Aaron Tho got his fifth of the year. And let's see who got an assist. Looks like Tyler Penner picks up his 10th assist of the season. Time of Aaron Tho's goal was 6:18 into the third. Draws going to be to the near circle. Jameson will take the face-off. Those on the ice. Pfizer as well as the draw won by Utah. As Tho will move it ahead to Pfizer across to Sekos. Sekos gains center ice. Now he enters the zone. Sekos over to the right side. Gets a screen from right. Is now Sekos to the left side as he fakes a pass to the point. Sekos still with the puck in the high slot. He'll throw it to his right for Tho. Tho skates towards the right point, fires towards the net, and it goes wide. Grizzlies on try to chip it out in front as Michalczyk battles with Massicott. Massicott boxes him out. Allen clears it out to center ice as Justin Young goes down. Cameron Wright in the area. Wright loses his stick, and he also loses his glove. He wanted a penalty. Allen trying to get it to Crone. He gets to the right side as Crone had overskated it. Now Crone, right circle, shot. Saved by Parikh. Lucas holds on. 11:37 left in the third. Allen leads 5-4, but Aaron Tho got a sixth of the year to cut into the Utah deficit. As we'll be back in 30 seconds on the Grizzlies Hockey Network. Aaron Tho cuts into the Allen lead, and the Grizzlies really making a good attempt for a comeback. It looks like Taron Fizer's been on that same line with Zach Sekos in the third period, along with Cameron Wright, and that three-man unit could get the job done for Utah.
Tyson, those guys seem to be the key. If the Grizzlies need a comeback, it starts with that line. Really, Taron Fizer has been a dominant force for the Grizzlies here in this game. And now the Grizzlies are only down by one, and it seems like they're continuing to apply the pressure in the Allen zone. I like what I'm seeing from the Grizzlies here.
Looks like everybody's having a good time over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. A partial sellout here on a Thursday night. Only game in the league. First of a three-game set. Don't forget that Friday night, hopefully we'll have a better internet connection as the Grizzlies will take on the Americans in the middle of the game of the series. And then both teams off Saturday off. Sunday afternoon will be a 1 o'clock start in the Mountain Time Zone, 2 o'clock locally over in Texas. A draw is in the Grizzlies zone after Lucas Parikh made a save on a Hank Crone shot. Crone's already got 2 goals and 1 assist tonight. Grizzlies won the face-off. As James Scherer throws it out to center ice, goes past everybody. Looks like the Grizzlies are called for icing. 11:26 left in the third. Draw is going to come back towards Lucas Parikh. It seems like Lucas, even though he's allowed 5 goals tonight, seems like he's done a good job keeping the Grizzlies in things. Both teams have taken quite a few shots tonight. Grizzlies with 38 shots and Allen with 33. So Parikh has saved 28 of 33. Allen's Chase Perry stopped 34 of 38. Draw is going to come towards the near circle of the Grizzlies zone. After the game on February 4th, after the final horn, Lucas Parikh fought Chase Perry at Maverick Center at the end of that 3-game set. Allen wins the draw. Chris Mallory, left point shot, kick saved by Parikh. Puck squirts towards the far side as Jack Combs drops it off. As it goes to Finley, who's not very big, but he's certainly electric. Mallory throws it across to Sossaman, who fires towards the net. Shot goes wide. As now it goes to the left point. Allen works it around the boards. Raby gets over to Penner, who clears it out. Up ahead. Cameron Wright gets a 2-on-2. Wright skates towards the left circle. Allen pokes it away. Good defensive work. We get a whistle. I wonder if that's going to be a penalty on Allen. It's going to be tripping. It looked like a good penalty taken by Chris Mallory as the Grizzlies had a 2-on-2. Wright was in the left side. Looked like he wanted to center it, and Mallory poked it away and got a piece of Cameron Wright. So Chris Mallory is in the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. 2 minutes for tripping. And this is a good opportunity for the Grizzlies to get the tying goals. They're only down by 1.
Yeah, Tyson, the Grizzlies' power play has struggled recently, but this would be a great time for them to get on track and score a goal and tie this thing up.
Chris Mallory was with the Grizzlies in the first half of the 2020-21 season. Draw won by the Grizzlies, but it goes between the 2 guys up top as it rolls in the Grizzlies zone. Lucas Parikh chases after it. He'll move it ahead to the far side as Sekos over to Fizer. Fizer back in his own end. He'll get it to James Scherer. 4 forwards and 1 defenseman on this unit. Cameron Wright will throw it back into the Grizzlies zone. Fizer throws it to center ice. Allen picks it off at the center ice logo and dumps it in. As Parikh throws it back to Fizer. Action deep in the Grizzlies zone. As Fizer will give it to James Scherer. Skates down the middle. Now Scherer's at center ice. And he'll dump it in. Raby chases after it. Ryan Gagnon as well. Gagnon over towards Dalton Galley. He'll spin it along the wall, cut off by Pfizer on the right point, gets to the high slot, kicked off to the skate of Zach Sekos and rolls towards the far corner. Gagnon gets it and clears it out. As Allen chasing after it, Colton Hargrove in the far corner gets it before Sekos. Hargrove chips it up top. Raby pokes it away. Raby gathers it. Screen's going in slow motion right now. I could probably talk in slow motion to go along with it. Pfizer gets it. Cameron Wright in the area. 9:50 and counting left in the third. Wright gets it. He'll cross center ice and veer off to the left. They'll move it ahead. Grizzlies enter the zone. Raby over to Wright. Now across to Pfizer. Right side trying to get it across. Shot saved by Perry. Allen clears it out. Oh, really good look there from the left side. As Grizzlies look like they make a line change, McCallchuck will drop it off for Bryson Martin. Martin moves ahead to neutral ice. Right wing pass to Fitz. It bounces off of his skate. Fitz gets the puck while he looked to center it out in front. Pass went wide. Now left point. Grizzlies shot net goes wide as well. As Allen tries to clear it out. Tho keeps it in. Right side. Gets it across to Jamison. He'll take a left wing shot. Saved by Perry. He holds on. 14 seconds left in the power play. Chris Mallory is in the box. 2 minutes for tripping. 9:07 left in the third. Boy, Grizzlies had it on the right side. Threw it across to the left and had a really good look on Chase Perry.
Yeah, really good look, but unfortunately for the Grizzlies, Perry was up to the task. I don't know how he got across in time to make that save, but he did, and Allen still leads by 1.
Well, you don't know because the screen's glitching again. That's how you didn't know. Between frames, he made the save, I believe. Allen wins the drop as they'll clear it out. Less than 10 seconds left in the power play. Utah moves ahead. Bryson Martin over to Fitz. Fitz the right side. Shot goes wide. Now, Tho rolls it around the net as goes back to the right side. Allen clears it out. Mallory's out of the penalty box. And it looks like icing's called on Allen. 8:42 left in the third. Americans lead 5-4, but the Grizzlies are hoping the power play, if nothing else, can get them some offensive zone time and really get something established offensively. Jacob Semick on the ice in his professional debut. He signed with the Grizzlies a couple days ago. In an unrelated move, the Grizzlies released defenseman Joey Kolatarski. Semick's out there with Connor McDonald. Utah wins the draw. As Jared Power takes a lefty shot and it's blocked. Power in his 5th pro game over to McCallchuck. Right wing shot and that goes wide. Power skates towards the far corner. He gets it. And so get it over to Penner, who throws it up top for Semick, who glides it across to McDonald. He'll take a right wing shot. Glove saved by Perry. Grizzlies trying to redirect it, but it just flew into Perry's glove. He makes a save. 8:24 left in the third period. Timeout on the ice. We're back in 1 minute. Allen leads Utah 5-4 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Allen leads Utah 5-4. The Grizzlies' 5-game winning streak is on the line. The Grizzlies also have a standing point in 7 straight road games. Utah's got a standing point in 11 of their last 13 games, and they've been one of the hottest teams in the league. We'll see if they make another comeback. They trailed 5-3 heading into the third period. And then Aaron Tho scored 6:18 in with Tyler Penner getting the assists. Neither team has scored a power play goal. Utah is 0 for 4. Allen is 0 for 3. The Grizzlies have outshot the Americans 41-33. Allen wins the draw. They're in their own zone as they'll spin it towards the near boards. Hank Crone will have it go past him. Rolls back to Justin Young, and he's cut off by Jacob Semick, who looks like he's a pretty good skater. Semick to the far side, spins it around as Utah gathers it. Pfizer, blue line to blue line pass to right. It connects. Right skates towards the corner, being shadowed by Sossaman. Right rolls it around. Pfizer had the puck bounce in front of him as he skates towards the near boards. He gets tripped up Is a call going to be made? Let's see. Sekos in the area. They'll throw it back to Semic. Now to Sekos. I don't think a call was made there, even though it looked like Sekos clearly got tripped up, or maybe it was Pfizer. Out to neutralize. Allen gets it as they'll cross center and dump it in. Preet behind his net lets it go to the near side. Chrome fires towards the net. It goes wide as the puck glides towards the right point. Allen feeds it across. Crone off the boards. One-on-one battle with Martin. Martin gets the puck as Martin throws it ahead to Pfizer, who dumps it in as it rolls around the wall. Cameron Wright gets cut off by Massicott. Now Jamison battles with Eric Williams in the corner. Wright gets knocked down. He gets back to his feet as Massicott pushes him. Jamison gets it taken away by Kobe McCauley. Will feed it to the far side. A little more than 7 minutes left in the third. Allen's up 5-4. Americans dump it in. Shearer gets hit in the corner. Puck goes back towards Jack Combs. He overskates it. Keaton Jamison will throw a rink-wide pass to the left. Grizzlies chasing after it. McCallchuk in the area as McCallchuk behind the net as he'll throw it to the left side. Grizzlies fire towards the net. Saved by Perry. Left wing looked like kind of a combination of a pass and a shot with McCallchuk out in front, but Perry was able to gather it with 6:49 left in the third. Grizzlies are getting the puck in those scoring areas, and because of that, I think they got a chance here.
I agree. I think that the Grizzlies are playing really well right now. The puck movement is great. They're getting scoring chances. The Grizzlies are doing everything right now. They just need to get that next goal.
Zach Sekos is on the ice with Cam Strong and Taryn Pfizer. Aaron Tho is in the game right now. Tho picked up that big third period goal to cut into the Allen deficit. As Sekos will take the draw. And it's won by Allen as Colton Sossaman will clear it out to center ice. Allen chases after it as it goes deep in the Grizzlies zone. It looks like Allen is called for icing. 6:43 left in the third. Draw's going to come back towards Chase Perry. It's interesting to see how many shots the Grizzlies have taken. Now, Utah, what they have against, they had 108 shots against Wichita in the 2-game series there. And then the Grizzlies had quite a few shots in the 3-game set against Kansas City. And Utah up over 40 shots here so far tonight. Grizzlies win the draw. Tho throws to the far side. Centering pass shot. Saved by Perry. It looked like Sekos might have fanned on it a little bit. Unfortunately, our screen glitched a little bit, but the Grizzlies had a great look out in front. 6:37 left in the third. Sekos kind of sweeping with his stick, kind of thinking, almost kind of talking to himself there. It looked like he had a good chance out in front, but Perry was able to make the save.
Yeah, Tyson, and I think Zach Sekos is due for a goal. He's looked fantastic throughout the course of this game. He's being really active with his stick, and he's getting a lot of scoring chances.
Draw one by the Grizzlies. It goes back to neutral ice as Aaron Tho with the puck. Tho throws it back to McDonald, who whips it back to Sekos, who crosses center ice. Sekos gains the line, drops it off for Strong. It looks like the Grizzlies were actually called for offside as everybody stopped skating. With 6:17 left in the third, draw comes back near the Allen bench. It looks like the Grizzlies will make a line change. Dakota Raby will enter, along with Tyler Penner and Cameron Wright. Looks like the Grizzlies are mixing up their forward units quite a bit. It's not the same 3-man unit. It seems like on a consistent basis with each shift and with each unit. It seems like the Grizzlies are mixing things up a little bit with their line combinations. Grizzlies, Allen wins the draw. They skate from right to left here in the third period as the Americans will ricochet off the far boards. It bounced off a linesman. Raby skates in. Centering pass is picked off by Massicott as they're trying to find Penner, and Wright cutting towards the net. Allen lifts it out to center as it rolls past Jacob Semic, who skates after it. Semic will throw it around Utah's net as it goes towards the near side. And everybody stops skating. Looks like the whistle blows. Cameron Wright's in the area. He's arguing a case. Something must have happened away from the screen. 5:56 left in the third. Oh, it was an injured Grizzly. As Colin Lee, the Grizzly trainer, checking out after, I think, Dakota Raby. Raby looked like he was skating off the ice, so the Raby's going to stay in there. Somebody must have gotten hurt. Colin Lee, the Grizzlies trainer, walked over there and then looked like Lee was walking back towards the bench. 5:56 left in the third. Allen leads 5-4. Draw's going to be at center ice. Penner will take the face off. He's got Strong to his left and Wright to his right. Semic's up top with Shearer. Grizzlies win the draw. Shearer gets over to Semic. This would be a good time for Semic to get his first pro goal as Utah's down by 1. Semick moves ahead to center ice. Left wing, Grizzlies get it and dump it to the right corner. Right chases after it. Right wing shot. And he fanned on it a little bit. Mascot might have gotten a piece of it as it rolls towards the left side. Right to the left circle, fires towards the net, and it goes wide. As Allen chases after it, the right corner. Jack Combs battles with Jared Power. As Combs battles with Wright. Wright goes down. Combs gets the puck back, and he'll move it to center ice where Penner picks it off. He'll throw it to the left side for Power. Power didn't get it cleanly. Now he gets it back in the left point and spins along the wall. As Penner gets hit by Massacott, Wright gets over there, joins the play. So spin along the far boards. Though gets it in the corner. Though now around the net. As he was thinking about the wraparound, Perry got it cut off. Now he looked to start the shirt and bounced off an American skate. Though back at the Utah blue line, being shadowed by Combs. Now Though crosses center, enters from the left side, gets around Gagnon. Though around the net. He's now to the right side. We'll throw it back to the corner that he vacated. And it goes to Dalton Galley. Galley moves it ahead to Mascott, who's still deep in the Allen zone. Mascott throws it off the boards. Though trying to keep it in, the referee was in the area. And the arm is raised. It goes deep in the Grizzlies zone. Icing is on Allen. 4:45 left in the third. They apologize again on YouTube. The screen's been glitching so much that it's been tough to really put together a smooth description of the game. Draw's going to come back towards Chase Perry, and you have to like the puck possession by the Grizzlies compared to Allen here as Utah's trying to get that game-tying goal.
Yeah, I really do like the puck possession here by the Grizzlies. They're moving the puck well. Now, Aaron Though held the puck for a good minute there. He skated circles around the Allen zone. He's buzzing. The Grizzlies are doing everything right here. They just need to get the next one.
Draw's going to be over to the left side as it's won by Allen. Ryan Gagnon in the area. He tried to clear the zone and battle at the blue line. Sure keeps it in. He'll dump it as Perry behind the net will throw it to the near side. Sekos over to Pfizer. Back to Sekos on the right side. Sekos gets it to Pfizer. Glanced off his stick and rolls towards an American, and it's Robidoux. It will skate out to center ice. Try to dump it in. Didn't get all the way. And now the whistle blows. 4:22 left in the third. It looks like we got a timeout. We're back in 1 minute to find out how this one ends. It's Allen leading Utah 5-4 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Allen leads 5-4. Grizzlies have the only goal here so far in the third period. Aaron Though, about 6.5 minutes into the third period, scored his 6th of the year. Tyler Penner with the assists. As Allen wins the draw, they cross center ice. Chris Mallory dumps it in. Puck rolls towards the right point. Allen feeds it across as the Americans skate towards the corner. Hank Crone battles with McDonald. Now Pfizer moves ahead. Grizzlies cross center ice. Jamison dumps it in. Mallory back at the far goal line, spins it around. Pfizer cuts it off. Right side, all centering pass. Shot. Saved by Perry. Strong in the area. Everybody hacking away. Now Pfizer backhand shot. And looks like Perry's made a save as the whistle blows. 3:51 left in the third. Oh, the Grizzlies with a golden opportunity there, but Chase Perry was able to make the stop, even though it looked like he was off balance for a little bit.
Grizzlies are getting their chances right now, Tyson. They're pounding the puck at the door, but Chase Perry has been there to hold it shut. But you got to think the Grizzlies are just having that battering ram right at the door of the Allen Americans. They're buzzing right now, Tyson. I like their chances to tie this up.
Sekos take the face off. He's got Strong to his left and Pfizer to his right. As the draw won by Allen. As the Americans, Justin Young, who scored his first goal of the season in the second period, skates towards the near side. Now Allen clears it out. Utah gets at their blue line. James Shearer. 3.5 minutes left in the third. Rink wide pass doesn't connect, but it rolls towards Pfizer. Now Pfizer will bounce off an American and goes deeper in the Grizzlies zone. Pfizer will ricochet off the end wall over to Sekos. Sekos still in his own end. Will skate down the middle. Rink wide pass connects. Pfizer skates down the middle. He'll take a righty shot. Saved by Perry. Rebound goes out to the right corner. Puck still in play. Jack Combs in the area. Sekos as well. Pfizer throws it up top for Shearer. Shearer fires towards the net. And Perry makes a routine glove save. 3:12 left in the third. Allen still leads 5-4. As the draw is going to be in the American zone. Same teams tomorrow night. Hopefully a better internet connection. 5:50 pregame show, 6:05 face-off. As Kobe McCauley out there on the ice for Allen. He's done some damage against the Grizzlies in the past. Draw's going to be in the right circle. High drama over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. As Utah trying to overcome a 5-2 deficit. They've scored 2 unanswered. It's now 5-4. Allen wins the face-off. They lift it over the head of McCallchuck off the glass. Jamison keeps it in the right point. He'll throw it to Fitz behind Utah's net, or behind Allen's net. He'll throw it up top for Martin. He'll skate towards the corner. Martin, tough angled shot, saved by Perry. And he holds on. 2:57 left in the third. Allen still leads 5-4, but the Grizzlies are getting their chances here over the last few minutes to tie it up. You know, if the Grizzlies don't win, it's not because of a lack of chances here.
Yeah, I agree. And I really feel like for the most part of this period, it seems like Allen has been trying to survive. The Grizzlies have really been pushing the narrative offensively.
Draw on the far circles, won by the Grizzlies. McCallchuck throws it up top as Bryson Martin skates towards his right. Martin fires towards the net. It goes wide off the boards. Fitz gathers it. As Fitz skates towards the left point, being shadowed by Galley. Fitz gets around Galley. He'll take a left wing shot, saved by Perry. Grizzlies hacking away, but Perry's covered up as Jamison was looking for the rebound, but just couldn't quite find a way to corral the puck. 2:38 left in the third as Allen still leads 5-4. As the draw is going to be in the American zone. Here at some point, we got to watch out for Ryan Kanasowicz to see if he's going to bring out the extra attacker and pull his goaltender, Lucas Perique. Draw's going to be in the left circle. Sekos will take it against McCauley. Puck goes to the corner. McCauley battles. And now Allen comes out with the puck as the Americans cross center ice. They skate in. Jack Combs throws it to the high slot. As McCauley will ricochet off the glass. Shearer throws it back to Pfizer. Back to Shearer at the Utah goal line. Shearer now behind Perique. Perique looks to the bench to see if he comes off for an extra skater. As Pfizer gets the puck, right wing pass to right, who crosses center ice. Right, throws it to his left. Sekos drops off to the point. As Grizzlies roll it around to the right side. Skating Shearer towards the near wing boards. Pfizer as well. As now Chris Mallory gets it. 2 minutes left in the third. He'll tip it off the near glass. Allen chasing after it. Net is empty. Jack Combs. He'll center it towards the empty net. Shot and a score. And this baby's in the refrigerator. As Allen scores an empty net goal, it looks like it's Liam Finley. Finley gets his first of the game and 29th of the season. As Jack Combs raced to the near corner on an empty net, centered it to Finley. And Finley was able to put away as he got hit from behind by Sekos. And so Liam Finley limps towards the bench as he high-fives everybody. Now it looks like it's going to be an Allen victory as they get their 6th of the game. Finley thought that he had scored earlier in the third period, but was waved off. But Finley gets one there on the empty net with Jack Combs getting his 2nd assist of the game. Tough luck there as Perique was pulled, and then Allen was able to get the puck in the offense's zone and scoring range.
Yeah, tough break there for the Grizzlies, Tyson. And I really feel like you mentioned the Grizzlies did have their chances to score in this game. They're up to 50 shots in this contest, so they've had their chances.
Allen leads 6-4, less than 2 minutes left in the third. As now Perique's in net. Hargrove skates towards the left circle. Toe drag shot, and it's blocked. Pfizer gets it as Grizzlies don't have time on their side. As he'll gain the line, throw it to right. Back to Semick. He'll take a shot, saved by Perry. Now up ahead. Allen skates in. Crone gets a shot, and he scores. And Hank Crone completes the hat trick. As, boy, it looked like Jacob Semick had a pretty good look from the slot. It was saved by Perique, and an outlet pass went ahead to Hank Crone. Perique dove in front to try to cut him off, but Crone put it away, and he gets the hat trick. He gets his 39th of the season. It's now a 7-4 game with 1:25 left in the third. Hank Crone should be the number 1 star, 3 goals and 1 assist. It looks like they're going to pick up some hats. The fans are chanting red, red, red. It looks like the Americans are going to be tied with Utah and Wichita for third place in the Mountain Division.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough loss here for the Grizzlies tonight. The 5-game winning streak is going to come to an end. But this might be a wake-up call for the Grizzlies. They've been dominant as of late, but there are teams behind them like Allen that are really trying to push for that playoff spot as well. So this may serve as a good wake-up call for a Grizzlies team that's had success as of late.
1:25 is left in the third period. Allen leads 7-4 as they pick up some hats as Hank Crone got his third of the game. Crone leads the league with 39 goals. He also leads the league with 84 points, 4 of them coming tonight. Grizzlies win the draw. They dump it in. Eric Williams in his Allen Americans debut skates after it, but it's Massicock that gets the puck. He'll move it out to center ice. Grizzlies trying to dump it back in, but power gets taken away as Allen back in their own end. 1:05 left in the third as the Americans have 7 on Utah here tonight. Allen clears it all the way deep in the Grizzlies zone. No icing as the Grizzlies gather it. Less than 1 minute left. Aaron Thoe picked up a big third period goal to cut into the Allen lead. He'll move it ahead to Simeone. It glanced off his stick. Rolls back to Allen. 50 seconds left as the Americans move it ahead. Puck bounces at Grizzlies territory as Pouncey will throw it across to Bryson Martin. Back to center ice. Pass didn't connect, but no icing's called as Massicock chases after it. 36 seconds left. He'll glide it off the near wing boards towards Stephon Fournier. Fournier wearing number 44. He skates back towards Chase Perry now. Glides towards the far side as the Americans get it back to Massicock. As he'll fake a pass now, throw it to center ice, and it looked like it deflected off of Fournier. At least he thinks so, but icing is called on the Americans. As Jacob Semick will hand the puck over to the linesman. Semick in his pro debut. 18 seconds left in the third. Looks like the Grizzlies' 5-game winning streak and 7 straight road games with a standing point is going to come to an end tonight. As Utah came into play with a standing point in 11 of their last 13 games. Jamison takes the draw, but it's Allen that wins it. Americans still in their own zone. They'll lift it out to center ice. Puck bounces in the Grizzlies zone. Utah gets it. Less than 10 seconds left as they move it out to the near side. Back to center ice. Cam Strong gets pushed. 2 seconds left. McCallchuk skates into the offensive zone. Fires a shot past Perry. And it goes wide. And that'll do it. Allen wins 7-4 as Hank Crone scored 3 goals and 1 assist. And the Americans are now tied with Utah and Wichita for third place in the Mountain Division. All 3 teams have 59 points this season. Kansas City's in second place with 60 points, and the Grizzlies couldn't climb past them with a victory tonight. Utah was down 5-2. They scored 2 unanswered to make it 5-4, but 2 goals late. An empty netter by Liam Finley made it 6-4, and then Hank Crone completed the hat trick late. As the Americans thank everybody that were in attendance over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. As Grizzlies skate towards the locker room, which is not attached to the bench area over in Allen. Post-game show coming up in 30 seconds. Once again, the final score, Allen 7, Utah 4. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Allen 7, Utah 4. As the Grizzlies' record falls to 28-27-3. Grizzlies are now 15-14-3 on the road. Allen has been just about as good on the road as they have been at home. The Americans are now 29-27-1. So both clubs have identical records at 29-27 and for Allen it's 29-27-1. For Utah, it's 29-26-3. As this is Allen's 57th game and it's the Grizzlies' 58th. But nevertheless, for the Grizzlies, it was just one of those where, you had a deficit, got a couple goals to climb back into it. Taryn Pfizer had his A game tonight, but just too much Allen Americans offensively as they scored 7. Obviously, one of them was on an empty net at the end, and when Parikh was in there, kind of gambled a little bit as the puck was gliding towards him, and Crone was able to get there before Parikh did and got around him and essentially fired towards an empty net for Allen's 7th goal. But it was just one of those tough losses for the Grizzlies, and just have to come back tomorrow and see if they can find a way to even up the series.
Yeah, that is a tough loss for the Grizzlies, Tyson. I think it stings because the Grizzlies were playing great hockey coming into this game, and I thought that they played great hockey for the most part in this game. They got a lot of chances. They were getting shots on goal, 51 shots on goal in this game. They outshot the Allen Americans 51-35, something I don't think we've seen since they faced them early on in the fall. This is a Grizzlies team that really came out, and I thought they fought in this game, and they fought almost until the end. And then there's just, you're right, too much Allen Americans for the Grizzlies. But you think about the losses to Allen earlier on in February. This feels different to me. This feels like the Grizzlies came in and I thought they had a better effort in this game, and I think it's something to build upon.
Let's get to the scoring in this contest. Eric Williams was just acquired by Allen in a trade with the Norfolk Admirals, and Williams made his Americans debut, and he scored 402 in. If that name sounds familiar, he played for the Grizzlies back in the 2019-2020 season. Liam Finley and Zachary Massacott with the assists. The Americans extended the lead to 2-0, 7:45 into the first. Hank Crone with his first of 3 goals in the night. Aiden Brown and Colton Hargrove with the assists. Grizzlies got on the board less than a minute later as Zach Sekos got his 11th of the season. Cameron Wright and Dakota Raby with the assists. Time of that goal, 8:42 in. Zach Sekos was the optimum first goal of the game score. If you picked Zach Sekos, congratulations, you're a winner. Allen scored 1 second after a power play, 19:47 into the first, as Hank Crone got a second of the game and 38th of the season. Jack Combs and Colton Hargrove with the assists. Allen led 3-1 after one period, despite the fact the Grizzlies outshot the Americans 16-14. 29 seconds into the second period, Allen's Justin Young got his first goal of the season, and it is his 36th game of the year. So obviously a long time coming for him. He scored with Sossaman and Crone getting the assists. That made it a 4-1 game. Taron Pfizer found the back of the net, 5:33 in. As it was unassisted, it was a 4-on-4 situation. Utah has now scored 5 goals in a 4-on-4 situation, and that cut into the Allen lead, made it 4-2. The Americans extended the lead, 11:52 in as Mikel Robideau got his 8th of the year. Ryan Gagnon and Stefan Fournier with the assists. So Allen had a 5-2 lead when Robideau scored on a redirection, 11:52 in. Late in the second period, Taron Pfizer got his 2nd of the game and 22nd of the season. McCall Chuck and Bryson Martin with the assists. Allen led 5-3 after 2 periods. Grizzlies scored 6:18 in as Aaron Tho and Tyler Penner, or Aaron Tho got the goal his 5th of the season, 4th in a Grizzlies uniform. Tyler Penner picked up an assist as Utah cut into the lead. At that point, it became a 5-4 contest. And, it stayed 5-4 until Liam Finley scored on an empty net. Is Finley's 29th of the season. Combs and Mallory with the assists. Jack Combs had 2 assists and had 5 shots. Chris Mallory, Colton Sossaman, and Colton Hargrove, as well as Hank Crone, reach a +4 for Allen tonight. And the Americans scored another one, 18:35 in as Crone got his 3rd of the game and 39th of the season. Sossaman picking up an assist as Colton Sossaman had 2 assists and was a +4. And unfortunately for the Grizzlies, when you're facing Allen, you probably need to keep the score down because that's probably more Utah's style as Allen with that high-powered attack. It just kind of felt like the game was played at Allen's pace and Allen's style for too much of the 60 minutes.
Yeah, Tyson, I agree. I think that Allen had their way for parts in this game, but I thought it's from the second period to the third period, I thought that there were spurts where the Grizzlies really dictated the terms, especially in the third period, but they just weren't able to get anything past Chase Perry. They were really having a tough time. I mean, they were getting scoring chances, but they just weren't able to score. And I think that's the difference in this game. And in a game like this, where Allen puts up 6 goals with the goaltender in the net in this game, you're not going to win in a high-powered offensive shootout against the Allen Americans. Not many teams do it. And that's really the mold of what Allen wants to build their game into, is they just want to try and score as many goals as they can. And usually they succeed at it. When they do, they usually win. So for the Grizzlies, I think in the future, you just got to find a way to keep that score down. The Grizzlies scored 4 goals here tonight. Usually that's enough to keep you in the game, but they just got to tighten up defensively against Allen.
Utah outshot Allen 51-35. Neither team scored a power play goal. Utah was 0 for 4, but Allen was 0 for 3. But Allen did score 1 second after a power play ended there late in the first period. Lucas Preek was in net for Utah. He stopped 28 of 34. Trent Miner was the backup. We might see Miner later on in this series. Chase Perry for Allen stopped 47 of 51. As Grizzlies got the shots they wanted, they got the looks they wanted. Chase Perry hung in there, made 47 saves to earn his 10th victory of the season. It'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow night. Zach Sekos had 8 shots. Cameron Wright had 6. I thought it was interesting. The line combinations kind of switched in the third period. It seemed like it became sort of a jumbled mess. It seemed like there was a different three-man unit worth of forwards on each shift, and it seemed like it was a different 3 guys each time. There was times when Sekos and Fizer were together. That looked like Cameron Wright kind of moved around a little bit. Not sure why. I mean, the Grizzlies did have 11 forwards tonight, but it seemed like the Grizzlies kind of utilized that top 2 forward lines quite a bit in the third period, trying to come back in the game. But it just seemed like Ryan Kanasowicz was kind of searching for that combination. And you got to, give the Grizzlies a little bit of credit for coming back after being down 5-2 and making it a game, but ultimately just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, I mean, I like Coach Kanasowicz kind of fumbling around the lines a little bit, seeing who works well with who, especially at that point in the game where the Grizzlies need a goal. That might be the best thing that he can do in that point of time. I like him switching around the lines. I think there's a lot of guys in this Grizzlies lineup that can score. All the forwards on this team are gifted scorers. We've seen them score at times throughout the season. I think he was just trying to tinker around with the lines, try and find out what the best combination would be for him going forward, because this is an Allen team that was really in that third period trying to survive, really trying to clamp down on the Grizzlies. I mean, the score isn't a fair indicator of the way that the Grizzlies played this game. It really should be, by all indicators, a 5-4 game. But the 2 goals late really made it look worse than it actually was. I mean, this thing really came right down to the wire. And so I think Coach Kanasowicz was just trying to find out, what can I do to really spark my entire lineup, get the guys that maybe usually don't score. Maybe how do I find a way to get those guys producing here late in this game, especially when Allen is trying to play a tight defense.
See if we can find a better internet connection tomorrow. I apologize to everybody tuned in on YouTube, as our screen was glitching just about the entire night. And because of that, hockey's a game of flow, and it was impossible to get any sort of flow. And because of that, I sounded like an incompetent fool tonight, and I'm not going to get any sleep as a result. And I really apologize for not being able to describe the game the way that I'd like to. But we'll get to the 3 stars of the game. Third star is Chase Perry, the Allen goaltender. He stopped 47 of 51 in the victory. Because of how many shots he saw, even though Allen scored 7 goals, looks like Chase Perry gets a star. Number 2 star is Utah's Tyson Whiting, who had 2 goals and really did a great job there in the second period, keeping the Grizzlies in the game. Kind of interesting, a game where Allen scored 7 goals that they give Utah star honor when they easily could have just picked 3 Americans. Tyson Whiting is the number 2 star. And the number 1 star tonight, Hank Crone. He's been Allen's, in a game full of and really a year full of offensive stars for Allen. Hank Crone seems to be the guy. He leads the league with 39 goals, and he also leads the league with 84 points. And he's among league leaders in assists as well. Crone had 3 goals, 1 assist. He was a +4 and had 7 shots. He is the number 1 star tonight. And well, that's the thing about Allen, is not only have they had the fantastic 4 of Finley, Hargrove, Crone, and Combs, but none of those guys have moved up to the AHL for any sort of extended period of time. They've been able to keep those guys all season long, which is certainly rare in this league when you got players that are producing at the rate that those 4 are.
Allen is a fantastic team when they have those 4 rolling. And for the majority of the season they've been fortunate to have those guys for the majority of the season, as you mentioned, playing in Allen, producing for them. But you got to think in the playoffs, at least here's my take on it. I think in the playoffs, if a team can either find a way to shut down the 4 for Allen, or if Allen is to lose one of those guys to a call up an injury, what have you, I think they might struggle in the playoffs. And I think the difference between Allen and the Grizzlies is that Allen has their core 4, and everybody else kind of is seems a mile or a step behind. But the Grizzlies seem to be able to roll 3 lines. They've got guys all throughout the lineup that are able to produce at any given moment. We've seen, I mean, there's so many names. I can't list them all right now, or we might be past our bedtime. But I mean, there are guys throughout this Grizzlies lineup that can step up. So I think while Allen is having success now, I think that if the Grizzlies are able to make it into the playoffs, they might have a chance at having a better success.
It's past my bedtime about an hour ago, unfortunately. It's the only game in the league. Allen gets the victory. They're now tied with Utah and Wichita for 3rd place in the Mountain Division. That makes tomorrow's game huge. essentially second place could be on the line. I mean, Kansas City's probably in action tomorrow. They are in second place with 60 standings points. So, if Kansas City loses tomorrow, you can essentially say that this game is for second place tomorrow. Let's see if Kansas City is playing somebody. It looks like Kansas City hosts Wichita tomorrow. So Wichita is tied with Utah and Allen with 59 points. And Kansas City's got 60, and Kansas City hosts Wichita. So not only is Utah and Allen huge tomorrow, but Wichita and Kansas City is also a big game. And Orlando is taking on Idaho, and Tulsa and Rapid City. And for Rapid City, they've got to get hot down the stretch, but they certainly have a chance as well, as the Rush are in sixth place in the Mountain Division. But they're only a few points back, 53 points, just 6 points behind Allen, Utah and Wichita, who are 3 through 5 in the Mountain Division. Well, how about wrap things up? Well, Guy, we're going to search the building. We're going to search the Salt Lake Valley. Let's see if we can figure out if it's an internet thing, and if so, we'll get this thing rolling, because we can't see the game. We can't describe it. That's just the way things go. So we'll have to see what that looks like tomorrow. And if we're back in the same spots because we couldn't find anything, but and we've been having some fun here at the lobby at Maverick Center. Grizzlies certainly made a good comeback attempt, but they fell short 7-4 against the Allen Americans. Same teams tomorrow, 5:50 pregame show, 6:05 face-off, and then Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock will be the series finale. Remember, both teams will have Saturday off. Indoor soccer, I believe, is going to be in the building over in Allen. And if you're in the Salt Lake Valley and you want something to do on Saturday, I think the Pac-12 Gymnastics Championship is going to be at Maverick Center here in the building, because they've got the gymnastics set up. So gymnastics will be in the building on Saturday, and Sunday afternoon, the Salt Lake City Stars will be in action. So a quick turnaround for the building, going from gymnastics on Saturday night to basketball on Sunday afternoon. Speaking of basketball, Guy, let's go watch some more basketball. That's what we've been pretty much doing all day. Mix in some hockey here in the evening, and the Allen Americans come away with a 7-4 victory, as they're now tied with Utah with 59 standings points on the season. Wichita also has 59 points as well. Well, Guy, any final thoughts before we head out of here?
Well, Tyson, it's been a fun game. Our internet didn't have a great time tonight. Hopefully we have a better connection tomorrow. And hey, you guys, you got to give this guy credit. He tries, and it's not easy with what we're seeing. Let me tell you right now, it's not easy. There were times where we weren't seeing anything. It looked like guys moving in slow motion. So you got to give him a little leniency here. It was tough to really describe what was going on in this game, but I think the Grizzlies did play well throughout the course of this game. Like I said, the score doesn't really indicate the story that this game really told, at least from what we saw. It looked like the Grizzlies were trying to push the narrative. 51 shots in the game. They did have a bit of grit to them in this game, so I don't think they're going to go down quietly tomorrow night. So make sure you're tuned in for that one.
We'll have to have a good crowd over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center tomorrow night, and hopefully the Grizzlies can bounce back after falling 7-4. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, not necessarily the final outcome. Once again, in 2 hours and 39 minutes and in front of a partial sellout of 1,317, the Allen Americans got 3 goals and 1 assist from Hank Crone. The Grizzlies got 2 goals from Taryn Pfizer, and Utah also got assists from Bryson Martin, Cameron Wright, Tyler Penner, Dakota Raby, McCall Chuck. Grizzlies also got goals from Zach Sekos, who got his 11th of the year, and Aaron Tho, who picked up his 5th goal of the season and 4th in a Grizzlies uniform. 5:50 pregame show, 6:05 face-off tomorrow for the middle game of this 3-game set. For Guy Carenza, I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is.